if you're just sitting there hanging out with whoever, may it be a stranger, yeah, you might want to just, hey, nice seeing you. I'm a dip out, because you got some business to take care of. You got to wash them crevices.
Listen, it's like you said, you're training heavy.
Yeah.
You're training hard, you're training heavy.
Squeezing everything out.
Squeezing
everything.
Squeezing.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's some smell, man.
Yeah.
It's cool.
But
bring a change with you. Bring some extra deodorant. Listen, man, y'all remember Axe body spray?
Oh.
It don't smell great, but sometimes a spray goes a long way.
Listen, you know what? Full disclosure. I'd rather smell BO than Axe body spray. Axe body spray is heavy.
Really?
It is heavy, man.
What scents they got now? I'm curious.
You know what? It is heavy because end of the day, bro, it's like to get that in fresh, sinus cavity. Everything's all sweated out. You get this woof of Axe body spray, and honestly, you can't get it out of your nose.
Wow, they've had a serious rebrand. I haven't looked at Axe in years. They've had a serious rebrand. Remember they had all these like crazy names and shit?
Oh, absolutely. That was their shtick.
Yeah, and the crazy cans and whatnot. So now they got pure coconut. They have green geranium. They have golden mango, blue lavender, and they have aqua bergamot. So
bergamot's good. I like bergamot.
They're really trying to zhuzh it up a little bit.
Yeah, so that method soap, I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Yeah, it's a more like clean organic soap. I use the kitchen one.
All right, I didn't know they had that.
Right, method. That's what I'm thinking about, right? They make body ones too.
They make body soap.
Really?
Yeah. So that's one of my favorite, subtle scents out there. It's not overpowering. You're not sitting there, smelling like a teenager, everywhere you go.
Oh yeah, that'll hit you right in the face too.
Oh man,
it'll hit you with an uppercut.
Violent.
Oh wow, they do make it. That's cool.
Yeah.
I use Now we're getting to personal hygiene. I love it. Maybe we can help some people out.
Right? Some people don't know, man.
No, they don't know. They don't know. I use Dr. Squatch.
Yeah.
I like Dr. Squatch.
Here's the thing.
Talk it up.
I got that for Christmas. I was very underwhelmed with it.
Which ones did you get? Which scents?
It was just one. And honestly, it just smells like soap. It smells like bar soap. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones I got don't smell like bar soap. I got the coconut castaway.
All right.
There's little coconut shavings in it. It's phenomenal.
All right. See, I didn't get that.
It's great.
No, I got a little sample one. It was just, and the thing about bar soap is it's very hard for me to kind of, not smell the soap. The only soap that I like, that I love, that is a bar soap is the Hugo Boss soap. If you can ever find that, buy some. I will pay for it. Trust me, like, dude, that stuff is hard to find because you get the generic ones on eBay that claim to be like, it's like Hugo's Boss. It's not Hugo Boss. It's like Hugo's Boss.
Hugo's employer.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously, And it's just not the same. And I'm scared to use any of that off-brand stuff because you might end up with, God knows, eczema just from using the soap. Yeah, I'm scared because, like these people are legit making it in their basement with the cat on the counter.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They are.
So now you're infused with lavender and cat DNA. I'm
all
set.
I want to rewind it real quick, though. Hugo Boss soap, huh? Yeah, my man got it like that, huh? The Hugo Boss.
We're talking about circa 1996. I found out about.
Oh, okay.
This. But ever since then, it's like the unicorn soap. So if I see it, I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna be on the lookout for you.
All right. Well, if you find it,
I'm gonna be on the lookout for you. I got you.
You find it, you let me know.
I got you.
I will get that.
You do have to be careful, though, like you're saying with the stuff that you put on your skin, especially right before a show.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the exfoliation is huge, and you got to be so careful when the tan applies to you; it won't stick properly.
Bro, and I'm always that guy that I come in super dry. I never sweat. I should say, I hardly ever sweat when I'm up on stage. So, if my skin is too dry, all that Protan, shout out to Protan.
Shout out Protan.
Yeah. It gets absorbed. So I'll have these girls legit oil me up.
No pause.
Protan, I love you.
No pause.
Go. Yeah, so they will have to legit put like 4 coats of oil on me. And it will seep right in. By the time I get on stage, I'm dry again.
Damn.
And that comes down to the hygiene that you do going into the show. So you got to have the proper exfoliant. Protan makes that. So you got to prep every step of the way. You know, the contest starts before you get on stage.
Yep.
You know, so ultimately you got to make sure that you're on point. Don't use cheap soap. You know, make sure you exfoliate, get all that dead skin off because you're trying to do, you know, the best presentation of self.
All that hard work.
All
Just
that.
for a few minutes on stage, you want to look your best,
got
and
it.
you use cheap shitty soap,
Listen.
and now that all that tan is not sticking to you properly,
Exactly.
and it looks splotchy and it looks crazy.
And not only that, you know, not for nothing, it makes the people at Protan look as if they didn't do their part when they did everything that they should be doing, but you didn't do your end. You know. So, with all that said, take the proper steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too difficult. You just got to take the time.
Absolutely.
That's really what it is. You take
Absolutely.
the time, do the research, because, you know, along with Protan, there's a lot of other tanning options as well.
Yep.
And some of them don't work for everybody. So you have to almost do trial runs sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to almost just see which one works with your skin best. My buddy Arash. Yeah, I know you know Arash. Arash,
Good
his
dude.
color was nailed
Immaculate.
every single time.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, there's photos. I put one up recently, just as like a little throwback.
He might have had test runs, like going to do a show. That's
Well, no,
how
he
that-
did. He did. I
Yeah,
was always
see?
around Arash.
Oh.
I was shooting him almost regularly when I first started. But this is like 3 days post show, and his color is
That's
still
immaculate. Yeah.
killing it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Perfect. It's not even blotchy.
No, it was so good,
You know?
man.
Yeah.
So that's I mean, that's if you get anything from that.
Yeah.
You
Shout out to Arash too.
Yeah, man, the homie.
Like a story that I never get to tell enough is my first New York Pro, my pro debut. Full circle, right? We're coming back around. New York Pro is coming around. But first show, the first person that came up to me as a pro was Arash. And he didn't know me from Adam. Didn't know me a thing. Guy says to me, dude, you look phenomenal. He's like, listen, you know, I'm gonna follow you, so on and so forth. And I was like, well, when are you going into the open? You know, I might have made him feel real good about that, but you know, he's like, probably never.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you could compete with those guys. I always thought, you know, selfishly as a fan, I wanted to see that. You know, because off season, like this guy is huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Arash got big.
His chest and back ratio is just insane.
Crazy, thick.
You know, yes, dense.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, you should do the open. You know, but anyhow, he extended that olive branch, gave me his number. He's like, dude, if you ever need a thing, you know, you come down to Bev's, hit me up.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, you know, thank you, because this guy didn't know me from anywhere.
Yeah, Arash is a very good dude, man. We were pretty regular. We shot multiple times a week when I first picked up the camera. I was very fortunate. We had a very good relationship in terms of like creativeness, you know, just the look that he was going for, the look that I was going for with my videos.
Right.
We really made some bangers. We really did.
Yeah.
Like some really cool, crispy, classic things. It's unfortunate what happened to him with like a little bit of like the fall off with Classic Physique. He told me he was going to come on before he moved to California, but he wound up dipping ahead of time.
Yeah.
He told me, you know, a lot of it was Lyme disease and a lot of things that he was battling in the back end. So, you know, I see that he's still training and doing his thing. He still looks like he's in good shape.
That man will never be out.
Yeah, he still looks like he's in good shape. So as long as he's healthy and he's feeling good, that's all that matters. So
Yeah. I mean, you just see the guys that really just love the sport and just love doing what they do and have a good time doing it. He is the embodiment of that. And, you know, up until recently, before he moved to Cali, you know, I reconnected with him at Bev's, and he was, you know, just as courteous as the first time I met him. You know, nothing but kind words for him. Told me the same thing. He's like, bro, if you ever need anything, you know how to reach me. You know, and again, he doesn't owe me anything. You know, the guy's just a good guy. And I was shocked because I didn't even know he was moving out to Cali. I was like, you know, I spoke to Justin Miller. I was like, Justin, you know, where's Arash been? He's like, oh, he moved out to Cali. And I was like, get out.
yeah.
You know? But yeah, he just, you know, good dude. You know, shout outs to him. And, you know, just, yeah, we need more people like that.
Facts.
Especially in the competitive world.
Yeah.
You know? If people would always put the best foot forward, I think that, you know, competing would be that much more pleasurable. 100%.
Yeah, the competition stuff can be interesting. A lot of
Gets touchy.
yeah, a lot of different egos, a lot of different personalities that you have to deal with.
So disturbing. It's
yeah.
like, why? We're all here trying to present the best version of us.
I understand. So I understand from because I talk to so many guys.
Yeah.
I really do. I talk to so many of the competitors, and I'm backstage a lot of the times
Yep.
with the big shows. So I see how it is. I hear the shit talking. I hear the people who shit talk and don't do anything from it, and they're just running their mouths. It's an interesting like WWE type thing sometimes, where they're like trying to put asses in seats.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the federation that's like the IFBB that's putting it on, but like the actual competitors. And
they could drive their social media off of that.
oh yeah, well they enjoy it too because listen, Phil, Kai, like they love that shit. They really get a rise out of it because now you get people invested in a story.
Right.
It's not just freak 1, freak 2, freak 3, built. It's oh shit, they hate each other. Oh God, we got to see what goes on. People love drama. They love to stir the pot. Yeah. But you get the people that take it either to the next level or aren't or don't know how to turn it off. Like when it's done and the show is, hey yo, awesome job. Like you look phenomenal out there. This and that, blah blah. Like I'll see you at the next show. I'll get you on the next one. Like you could take little jabs like that. Right. But some people just don't know how to turn it off. They're just in character too long.
I think that's a young man's thing. Like that's not a stab at young people, but they like to grind the axe and sharpen it until there's nothing left. Exactly when it's run its course, right? But
keyboard warriors, some of them.
Yeah, strong fingers, very strong fingers.
Crazy.
Oddly enough, Bob Ciccarello said something. It was at the Olympia. I think it was 2021, and he was basically saying that it's not the open bodybuilders, it's not the classic physique guys. It's the physique guys that are really going back and forth and arguing. And it was kind of funny. I was backstage and I saw some of that, and I was like, these guys are bugging. Like, this is supposed to be fun. We're here at the pinnacle of our sport. Yep. And you guys want to have tiffs, like little tiffs about dumb shit? I don't know. That's just me. I think it's petty.
Yeah, I see. I get what you're saying, and I get with some of them. So I'm tight with Aaron.
Yeah.
I'm tight with Aaron. I'm tight with Dre. I'm tight with a lot of those guys. And I see what goes on with people constantly, I won't say talking smack to Aaron, but they try to I mean, you can't talk smack to him. The man is like unstoppable right now. Like he's a force to be reckoned with. So 100%. But you get those people. So when Aaron came on last year, he came on my podcast. I said this in the last episode with my buddy Evan. I had no idea who Aaron was. I had no clue. He came on the scene. Dre was on my podcast a week before the Arnold. He's like, yo, this dude, Aaron Banks, bad dude. He's going to win the Arnold. I said, okay, cool. I'm such a weird fan. Yeah. Like, I'm a fan of the people that I meet and I interact with.
Right.
So, like, I'm your fan. Like, since it's, humble. But no, for real. Like, I'm rooting for you with everything that you do. Like, it's just, I want to see the people that are good people succeed and the people that I fucks with. Like, that's just something that's for me. That's so, like, Dre, Arash, like you, like, I want to see the people that I'm associated with do well, is essentially what I'm saying. So,
gotcha.
So I go to the Arnold's and Aaron wins. Now, we never had any interactions together. So I was like, oh shit, like Dre called it. He won.
Yeah.
A week later, I go to the Boston Pro and Aaron's competing there. Andre's putting the show on. He's like, yo, you about to fucking win again. I said, oh, damn. Okay. So I see Aaron backstage. I take a couple pictures of him. I said, yo, dude, I do videos and photos, this and that. I'm with Kai and, I'm at Bev's and I do a podcast. I said, I'd love to chop it up with you. I don't really know much about you, but I'd love to just talk to you sometime. He goes, bet. Like, let's get it in.
Right.
He goes and wins. We stay in touch. He hits me up. He's like, yo, I'm going to be in town. I forget when the date was. It was like a month later.
Okay.
Cool. Comes in. We sit down. And during the podcast, he starts talking about how everyone's running their mouth and this and that. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I knew nothing about the beef or anything that's going on. So I just start nodding. I'm like, oh shit, okay, like cool. And he goes, and when they raise my hand and they say, and new at the Olympia, and I went, oh damn, like it's like this right now. I said, let's go. I said, I love this shit.
Hey.
He goes, smokes the Olympia.
Owned it.
Smoked it. And I was just like, I'm sitting next to Kai in the audience, and I have the Wolfpack Fitness people who sponsor Brandon on stage.
Right.
So I'm going, let's go, Aaron, let's go. And they're like, looking at me like, shut the fuck up. And then he's going against our guy. So they raise his hand. I'm like, oh damn, like, but he called it.
Yeah, he did his thing.
And then we fast forward to the Arnold. We were going to get an episode in before he stepped on stage.
Right.
Time it with me filming with Kai and Rain. It was like too tight. He just goes on stage. I'm backstage with Kai and I see him before finals. Right. He walks up. I go, yo, man. I said, I haven't had any time to see what's going on. I said, how you doing? He goes, you know what we do. Come on. I'm like, all right. I see it.
Yeah.
And the video, I don't know if you saw the video that I posted of Aaron when he just walked off stage. He's like, he
I missed that one.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you real quick. So I was, Kai and C-Bum were talking. They were hanging out. C-Bum,
right.
by the way, super nice guy. Like,
I've never met Chris. I've seen him.
very
Met
soft-spoken,
him.
super nice.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, man, you are just like cool as shit. You're just like a regular dude.
Well, he's the guy, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's just a regular dude.
backstage, he's got a crew with him.
Oh, yeah, he has a crew with him.
Yeah.
Where is it? Here it is. So I turned my camera to Aaron because I see him walk. He just won.
Right.
So I was like, I know he's going to say some shit. I said, I know he's going to say something. So I.
That's
Nope,
Andre,
that's
Andre, right?
You're Kai? Uh-oh.
Yeah. I did see that. Okay, now owning it.
Yeah, man. But we got a lot of people because we did a collaboration post on that.
Right.
I tagged him as a collaborator. I said, yo, don't feel pressure to take it to your page. I said, I just always give people the option.
Yeah.
Tag it to yours if you want. So he posted it, but now I'm getting all his comments and I'm reading it and I'm like, wow. And my people, they're like, oh, you're lucky that so-and-so wasn't there. Or you're lucky that it's like,
there was no luck about it.
Nah, bro. This motherfucker worked. He killed it.
There was a clear winner there.
Yeah.
Let's not kid ourselves. But you know what, though? You'll always get the deniers because here's the thing. It's so subjective. Everybody's going to have their favorites no matter what. Like, to some people, like, I should be Mr. Olympia, But listen, all due respects to the champ, whatever division it may be, and I'm sure they have their people as well. But, you're always going to have somebody who favors.
Yeah, they rally behind the person that they're rooting for.
Exactly. But no, he's the clear-cut winner.
Killed it.
It's just like Sean this past year. Sean was the clear-cut winner.
Yeah.
There's no question there. And it's kind of funny now. I'm seeing a lot of these comparison videos. People are comparing, I hate to, shameless plug. People are comparing me on YouTube to like the top 7, whatnot, and where I stand. And sure, I might win some shots, but like rightfully so. I got 7th. I'm happy with it. I'm not mad about it. It's the fans that actually get more upset than the competitor.
Oh yeah,
to be honest, because
so,
they had their money on that horse.
I got something that you'll laugh at. So I was listening to Seth Feros's podcast.
Okay,
and I don't know Seth. He doesn't know me, but I listen to his podcast. He cracks me up. I like his products. I think he's a dope person. Just
he's Steel Fit, right?
Axe and Sledge.
Axe and Sledge. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
He's dope, man, and he's just. The things that he talks about, he's just very transparent with everything. And that's
right.
the type of energy that I like. I don't like fake shit. So I gravitate towards guys like that. And he cracks me up.
Yeah.
So one day he's talking about like Nick Walker.
Okay.
And he's talking about how everyone's giving shit to Nick Walker and this and that, blah, 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 about how he placed over somebody else and how they were hoping that, I forget what show it was. It was a while ago.
Okay.
How Nick placed over somebody and now they thought the other person should have won. And he goes, why are you bitching at Nick? He goes, bitch at the fucking judges.
Yeah.
He goes, bitch at the judges. He goes, go tell Weinberger. He goes, go tell Weinberger you misjudged the show. He goes, he'll fucking kill you.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no, it's not on the competitor. You really do got to go to the source. But at the same time, listen, these guys have been doing this for so long. They're seeing shit. They're at an angle that you're not at. So they're seeing things that you don't see.
Yep.
You can't see it with a camera. You can't see it from the audience in certain spots, but where they're positioned is for a reason. So they're getting to see the whole shot. You're only getting a part of it. So if they make a call, like there's justification there. You know what I mean? They can argue the reason why this is the way it is. Honestly, like that's why you can't have any expectations in this. It's aggravating when people are like, oh yeah, shout out to Aaron, he's owning it. And I have no, faults about that. But, when people are like, oh, I should have won, and there was another guy that clearly beat you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Clear cut.
Yeah. Like, you can't expect to win every show,
Well, they think they should. Because
Yeah,
in their story, they're the main character.
Yeah, exactly.
This is my hero story. I should be winning every show.
Sometimes you're the sidekick,
Yeah, man.
And so you could be a sidekick to a sidekick.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. But end of the day, you got to do this with all your heart, all your passion, and have no expectations. You can project, the thought of winning. And maybe it works out that way. But in truth, just do it to have fun. And when you have a lot of fun, that's when you win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really when you can be like Aaron Banks.
Well, that goes back to what you said about Arash as well. Like the dudes that really love to be in the sport because they love training and they love doing, and that's really what starts the journey for, I want to train hard. I want to see my body develop. I want to put a little muscle here. I want to do, you're sculpting your own physique literally like a sculptor with clay.
That's it.
And then you go, oh, you know what? Let me take this next level and compete. But nowadays, there are so many people that aren't in it for the love of the sport. They're in it for the vainness.
Yeah, vanity.
Vanity. There you go. Vanity.
Yeah,
Thank
vanity
you.
sounds
Vainness.
Right, yeah. New one.
They're there. You heard it here first. They're here for the vanity of the sport and the maybe I'll be an influencer, maybe I'll be thin, or maybe I'll be this, that. It's like, nah, bro. Yeah. People worked 10, 15 years on their bodies before they ever stepped on a stage.
Absolutely.
And now you got 17-year-olds who are just like, yeah, I'm going to compete next year. It's like, what? Yeah. What are you going to do? Oh, but I'm doing this for me. It's like, nah, you don't know what you're about to go against. Like, you have no clue.
None. Because here's the thing. They're not ready to diet. They're not ready to suffer. And it sounds cliche because it's said so many times. But, as somebody who's a trainer / coach, I get these people in the gym. They approach me. Hey, I want to compete next year. I'm ready to do this. Are you? First off, competing is a luxury. This shit's expensive.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, never mind all the accessories, the food. Are you ready to dish out, in this climate, are you ready to dish out thousands of dollars on food? Answer is usually no. And when I break it down to them like that, people are like, oh, well, I didn't think about that. I'm like, first off, if you're living at your mama's house and you're stuck in a basement, you might want to handle that before you step on stage.
Facts.
I'm just saying, End of the day, the numbers are just going to keep running up, and don't expect to get rich off of this. This is definitely a labor of luxury. So it's either you're doing this for the love of it or you're doing it for the vanity. Those that do it for the love are usually the best in the world. I'm proud to say that I do it for the love.
Hell yeah, man.
But
it shows. Like, listen, it shows though. How many years have you been training? Efficiently, like real training.
As a bodybuilder, I started training as a bodybuilder at 32. Before that, I did used to work out, but I had other things, activities I would do. Like I was on the U.S. bobsled skeleton team.
Fire, that's sick.
It always makes for a cool icebreaker and shit like that.
Literally.
But yeah, so I had a minor injury heading up to the combine. I got into a car accident and I did something to my hip in the process and, whatever, I got injured. I wasn't able to be at 100%, but I managed to make the team. Then I made the team and I decided I don't want to do this shit anymore,
Which takes courage to be able to pivot and think that something that you've dedicated a lot of your life to, that you just don't want to do it anymore.
Well, it really wasn't a lot of my life. It was legit. I wanted to be on the US 4x100 team. And, in my searches, I saw a pop-up that was like, try U.S. bobsled. And I was like, why not? I was like, what are the criteria for this? So I looked at the criteria. I met all the criteria just being a regular gym goer. I was like, oh, I could blow these numbers out the water. And I went up to the combine and I did just that. I blew those numbers out the water. Anyhow, made it to the team as an alternate with an injury on no food. True story. I woke up late for breakfast, and I got there the night before when the kitchen had closed right before I got there. So I had no luck. I think it was, what was it? The Mountain Dew.
Voltage?
No, they had like a limited edition Mountain Dew amp.
Oh, okay.
Mountain Dew amp and a Cliff Bar. And that's all I had for breakfast. And I went out there and I did my damn thing.
Tasted the lightning. That was crazy.
Yeah, seriously. So it was that, 2 Tylenol, and I just went out there and I did my thing. But, got done with that. And then I just took some time off. At like 29, I started working out again. And, I started to fall in love with the whole process of bodybuilding. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this part. I met a guy that was like, dude, you have to do a show. There's a show coming up. When is it? 6 weeks. I was like, I can't do it. You know, he's like, go down to New Haven, link up with this guy, Kenny Wallach.
Ah, Kenny.
Yeah, shout outs to Kenny, first posing coach.
Mine too.
And yeah, okay, all right, small world, man. You know, so Kenny was like, dude, you're punking me. I don't believe you. I was totally natty. I didn't know anything about gear. You know, Kenny's like, dude, this is too good to be true. He went downstairs. He got Jerry. He's like, listen, I've only done this with one other person. That's Evan Centopani. At that time, I didn't even know who Evan was.
Yeah.
You know, so
Big deal.
yeah, I was flattered. You know, when I found out, but in the moment, I was kind of like, hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
great.
Yeah,
Great.
cool. You know, so he went and got Jerry. I did my debut at CT Grand Prix. Boom.
Which year, if you don't mind me asking?
2014. So I almost won that show.
2014. We did the same show together.
No shit. Shut up.
Yep.
Yeah.
2014. That was in like March, right? It was like a March.
It was an earlier show. It might have been like April, May-ish.
Mm-hmm.
You were in that show?
Yeah.
What division?
Men's bikini.
Oh God, yeah. All right. So
I did men's physique, man.
All right.
There was only like 5 competitors in that show.
It sounds right.
Asian Cat was the one that came in. He had all the tats, crazy tatted up.
I don't remember.
You said
again,
it was 2013, right?
2014.
2014.
2014.
Yeah, that's when I graduated. I'm pretty sure.
All right. It was at Wilbercross High. It was before they moved the shows to East Haven. But all that said, went out there and I almost won that show as a middleweight. You know, what was it? Dan, I always have a difficult time saying his name, but he trained with Evan Centopani. Dan Nakokali. Dan, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your last name. But yeah, he was outweighing me by like 100 pounds.
Damn.
Like I was legit 173. I think he was 270. It was massive. So, you know, I did my damn thing. And only having, I think, maybe 3 posing sessions with Kenny and dieting for 4 weeks with Chris Tuttle got me to look the way I looked. And then I got hooked.
Chris is the homie.
Yeah, I got hooked, man. Shout outs to Tuttle. Tuttle moved down to Texas, man. You know, says I need to move down there. Tells me I could save all kinds of money.
Oh my God, I'm trying to find this. I need to know if that was the show I was in.
Yeah?
I mean, I got a picture of Marco with Kenny back in the day.
The old Red Room.
Yeah, this is before I was doing video. This is before everything. It's crazy to look back on because I love that gym.
Yeah, no, there's a weird testosterone-filled cloud that hovers above that building that makes you stronger when you go in there.
Yes.
It's the same vibe I get when I go to Bev's. You know, I go down to Bev's and I swear, you know, if Justin didn't tell me that those 45s weigh more, I would have never known. You know, I had a feeling. I had a gut feeling.
Yeah, you knew.
Yeah.
You knew something was off.
Something was off. You know? And then when he told me, he's like, dude, this isn't 315. It's actually like 325 or whatever. I was like, huh.
I'm sorry. I will jump right back in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
trying to
find it because I'm interested.
I
wanna
need
find
to
out
know.
if you were there.
Yeah, so I did my first show in 2012. No, 2013.
2013?
I did it. Yep, I did my first show in 2013 and then this show right? Yep.
I think so.
Montanari?
That background looks right. Yeah, that background looks right.
Let's go.
What's up, alum? What's up, alum?
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Look at that full circle.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens.
Yeah, dude. So,
yep, 24 Powerhouse Classic.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it was Powerhouse Classic and CT Grand Prix.
Oh, maybe not then. But this was in May. No, I'm sorry. This was in April.
April.
Yeah.
So that sounds right because it was still fucking cold outside.
It was cold.
Yeah, it was still cold.
And then I rebounded horrifically off my first show. So this show.
So they had 2 shows.
I only got a burger, and that's all I remember. I got a burger, and I went home. That was it.
Oh, shit. So they had 2 shows in one show. That's what it was. I think it was the Powerhouse Classic and the CT Grand Prix.
Okay.
I don't know why they did it like that, but that's exactly what happened because there was like a ton of. This was before the days of crossover. So you had people competing in the CT Grand Prix that was happening live time as Powerhouse Classic was.
Okay.
So that's how they had it structured. I don't know why, but that's exactly what happened that day. So it was probably the same show.
Probably.
Probably.
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
thinking it was.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, ever since then, man, I got hooked. 2 weeks later, I found out about Hartford Europa.
Yep.
Tuttle was like, dude, you got to do the show. Just keep the ball rolling. From here, we'll see if we can get into Atlantic States. Then we wanted to go. My goal was, first year I compete, I want to turn pro. He's like, good luck with that. It could happen. But, I was young and naive at first. I wanted to do it. I did Atlantic States. Tuttle and I stopped working together in that period. And, I kind of just shut it down after that. Then I went from Atlantic States. I got second there because I really wanted to win that show. I was at Baruch College in Manhattan.
Yeah. That was when it was cool, man. It was cool when it was over there.
That was the worst experience ever.
Really? I liked it. I liked it when it was in the city. I liked it when the New York Pro was in the city. I liked it when that was in the city.
So the city vibe, I get. The venue was horrible.
The venue wasn't awesome,
dude. It was a hallway that had like 5 foot width, 5 foot ceilings that had a dome.
It's not very good for bodybuilders.
No, concrete walls, and we had to sit in the hallway. It smelled like farts and spray tan the entire way.
Rice cakes, tilapia,
container chicken,
Protan.
Dude, it was BO. Because they're not wearing deodorant.
Yeah, buddies are not wearing deodorant.
It was heavy. It was heavy.
You can cut it with a knife. It's thick.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, I'm not saying I was smelling like potpourri or nothing, but it was just too many of us in one spot. Yeah, you got to space this out, man. Like
space the cattle out.
Yeah, serious. It was very dense. It was a very dense odor.
Let me ask you. So, I'm so interested in the bobsled stuff. I really am.
Oh, go ahead, run it.
So, when you were training, and I want to get into how you train for bodybuilding because that's kind of like the basis of how you go. So you said you were always in the gym.
Yeah.
So where did you go for the bobsled stuff? Like where did you have to go up? Did you have to go up north?
I went upstate New York, Lake Placid, Saranac Lake. Initially, I spoke to Don Haas, who was the bobsled interim coach, I believe, but he was mainly for skeleton.
Okay.
So when I went up there, I had intentions of doing skeleton. And then when they saw my frame, this is before, the whole bobsled thing, before the bodybuilding thing, they were like, dude, you're going to break your shoulders on the ice. You're too broad for that sled, because I saw the criteria for bobsled.
What is skeleton versus regular?
So skeleton is where they take that little board and you slide down the ice on your chest.
Okay, so
your chin's on the ice.
Okay.
So yeah, I
got you're a little too broad for the.
Yeah, so he's like, you're going to dislocate your collarbone.
Don't do that.
I was like, all right. He's like, so you got to do bobsled. I was like, but the criteria says that you got to be like at least 6'4" or 6 foot or something like that.
Damn.
Just so the cadences match in your stride. Thing is, I was always just as fast as those guys, but I was strong enough to overpower them. So if I'm on the side of the sled, I will be running at the same speed, but I'm going to push the sled off to the side. So that was what was happening. And the way they eliminated that was, all right, well, Kerrith, you're going to be the brake man. So you're going to be the number 4 guy, last guy in the sled.
So it goes. How does it go? It goes 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you got driver on the left side or right, depending on whatever side he gets in. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then 4s in back.
So more likely back right is where you'd be.
Right.
Okay.
So, no, I'd be back center. So you got 2 handles that's like a shopping cart, and then you hit the sled, and then you take off. Driver jumps in, then you got 2 guys on one side, and then you got the last guy in, and that's me.
Okay.
So I hit the brakes. But, dude, I tell you, that was very, very troublesome to get to that conclusion because I had to go through so many more reps than everybody else just to figure out that, hey, his legs are really short, he's strong, and he can keep up. So he can still power through that sled. Let's put him in the back. So it was just an atrocious amounts of reps. Like I still have scars on my shins from that. Like there was this one spot on my shin. It never
healed?
It's like, it's right here.
Damn.
Yeah. Every time I got in the sled, I'd hit my knee. I'd hit my shin.
And what's it like when you're in the sled? I mean, how fast you know?
Violent. It's violent.
Yeah, it's just thrashing you around, right?
Imagine like a big old, I don't know, imagine Brian Shaw taking you by the shoulders and just shaking the shit out of you.
Oh, I'm good on that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For like 90 seconds.
Oh, it's a strong pass.
Yeah, you know? And then he's turning you on the side and doing this.
A lot of adrenaline.
They call it the champagne of thrills for a reason. And yeah, it's true to its name. Like you get done, you're like, what the hell just happened? But it feels liberating. Like you feel alive when you do that. I can imagine skydiving is the same way, but there's no reason to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
I'm not crazy.
No, I had an ex-girlfriend that she told me that she's like, I was young, I was under 20. She would tell me, she's like, I want to go skydiving. This and
All
that.
right, go ahead.
I said, all right, I'll wait for you on the bottom. I'm like, just in case. I said, but I used to take Jazz. Like, let me know if I need to look for a new girlfriend, though. I was like, because I said, because that shit's crazy. I go, you can have fun doing that because I'm not doing it. She didn't tell me. She didn't tell me when she would go because she knew I would be livid.
Oh,
she just
God,
went. And she's like, look at the picture. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
I was like,
right?
well, all right. Well, I'm glad you landed.
Seriously.
I'm glad you landed.
Seriously, man. Like, you know what? I get the whole thrill of it. And lately, I've been seeing all these videos with the squirrel suit. That looks like the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, squirrel suit looks cool.
I'll never know.
Yeah, never know.
I'll never know.
I'll never know that. I'll never know paragliding. I'll never know.
No. To hell with all that.
I'll never know the when you go to the Caribbean islands and they put the boat and they jack.
Parasailing?
Yeah, I'm good on that.
No,
I'm okay.
I've seen
Why?
those-
So I can see the fish and the shit that wants to kill me from above? No,
Right?
we're good.
Yeah, you ever seen the topographical view when you got like the sharks swimming in between
Yeah.
people on the...
I've seen Jurassic Park 3. I saw it
Exactly.
happen when everyone got mauled on that boat and the kid was stuck up there. I'm good.
Dude, I'm good in the pool. Like, I'm good in the pool. You know, so what? Chlorine dries out my skin. I put on some lotion. I'm good.
We're good,
You know?
man.
That's it. Furthermore, I'm just there for the drinks. You know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't really drink, but I'm just there to, you know, chill out by the beach, eat, you know, have a
there for the
burger or
food.
something.
You're there for the food.
I'm there for the food. You know.
On the bobsledding stuff, how long does the run take? You said 90 seconds?
That might be an exaggeration.
And then what
It's a little bit
happens? You
shorter
said you
than
got to take a lot of reps. So what happens? You have to walk back to the top?
Oh, God,
Do they at least give you a trolley? What do they do?
So you got to take the sled, put it in the back of a pickup truck, go up this country ass road, you know, that you're basically on the side of a cliff. And this truck is like capable of doing incredible shit. Like it's basically going straight up, you know, and then you just go back up. You got to go through it. But they do have the practice track. Practice track, the sled is on rails and you just get reps and reps. So it goes downhill, hits like a spring, it comes back, and then you just do that over and over. But
Hits a spring, it doesn't spring all the way back up.
you got to catch it and bring it back, but it comes back pretty far. You know, it's probably, I don't know, maybe 150 meters long because it goes downhill and then it goes back up to slow it down. You hit the spring, you come back down.
Gotcha. Okay,
that
so
type
it's
of
like
deal.
reverse,
Yeah.
right back in.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good simulator, but dude, I'm telling you, after a while, gets heavy, gets hard. Just
Oh, I'm
like
sure.
anything, you know? That sled becomes a car.
So what do guys like that train? How do they train? They train mostly legs. They train mostly.
Everybody's built like a bowling pin for the most part. And the one thing they made clear to me, because I was always like pretty even keeled, you know, upper body always matched my lower body, and I was always pretty lean. They said, hey, listen, leave that bodybuilding shit at home. That doesn't work here. You got to fatten up. So that was the first time I got up to 220, you know, but it was all lower body. I would legit push my car for hours on end, do walking lunges with like 315. Yeah, I don't miss that at all. I made a harness. I tied it to my Mitsubishi Galant, and I would run up a slight grade with my car, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay, so you had this training period. How long did this training period last?
I was doing that for 2.5 years.
2.5 years. That's a long time.
Yeah. So
That's a long ass time.
Yeah,
You said it didn't take up a substantial part of your life. That's a long time right there.
Well, here's the thing. I would still only train like that 3 times a week. I'd sprinkle in the, you know, the hypertrophy training in between all that. But you know, it was something to do. It kept me active, and I didn't even look at it like it was a tedious thing. It's just like, you know, hey, I'm gonna go push the car for a little bit. And I had a school in the back of my house, so I'll just, you know, drive the car back there, put it in neutral. Anytime I wanted to make it a little bit harder, I'd pull up the e-brake a little bit, and I'd just run and push the car and yeah, just get stronger. So back then I was lifting astronomical numbers. I'm squatting atrocious amounts of weight, deadlifting atrocious amounts of weight. Shit that I wouldn't even attempt to do now. I tell these stories. It makes me sound like a superhero, but it's just I
Well, it's
had it
wild how the body can adapt. It's
right.
crazy how you could just force the growth in the
Yeah,
right areas that you need to
100%.
makes a sport that you're doing more efficient.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. But wouldn't even attempt it now. Like I think about the things that I used to do, and I'm like, why would I ever want to do that? You know, putting 700 pounds on my back, no belt, no wraps, just doing it. You know,
Risky.
yeah,
All it takes is one
that's it.
misalignment, and that's it. You fucked.
Front squats, 500 pounds, no wraps. Yeah. Now, I won't even front squat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm good. There's a machine for that.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that I've softened up on my training. It's just I got smarter.
Well, you got more efficient too.
Yeah,
You got smarter,
100%.
more efficient. You realize that there are other ways to hit things and
Yeah,
keep the body safe, but still annihilate the muscle in the way that you need it to directly,
right.
without tearing everything else.
I spoke on this yesterday, as a matter of fact. It's rewarding but aggravating because now I'm a more mature athlete. Um, my muscles respond differently, but at the same time, like I get kind of upset that I don't get to lift a crazy weight, but I'm still getting the same result, probably even more efficient results with less injury. But the carnal side of you just wants to get in there and, it's like getting a rare steak, a blue steak, and just grrr,
Black and blue steak,
you
man. I eat
know?
them all the time.
Yeah,
I feel it. You just feel some kind of way.
yeah, man. Sometimes you just want to do that, but
Feel manly. Say it. Let's
yeah,
get it.
but then you're like, damn,
Your song comes on. You want to just
yeah.
lift the world.
Then you're like, I got to go to work tomorrow, man. So it's a business decision.
Yeah.
So, end of the day, it's like a gut check. You got to really know that, hey, that existed in this space. You're in a new space. You want to get to the next space. Don't do the shit that you did in space one.
Yeah.
You got to evolve with it. It's like the example I use. You remember when you had Air Jordan and then you had fadeaway Jordan. At first, nobody liked fadeaway Jordan. Like, why isn't he jumping? But then we grew to love that fadeaway. That was his signature shot. So now I'm looking at it like, all right, well, I see where MJ was going with it. It's the evolution of it. Like, you can be phenomenal being fadeaway Jordan. You don't have to be Air Jordan.
Easier on the body.
Smart.
Yeah. Got to be smart.
Smart.
Especially if you want longevity in this type of sport, because this sport does take a toll on the body.
One injury away.
Yeah, this sport does take a toll on the body. You hear it all the time. And then dudes don't come back the same. So
Yeah.
you have to really be careful and focus on what you want to accomplish in a safe but efficient way.
Yeah. Like, I won't speak on any names, but I've just seen so many guys, on YouTube doing things for likes. And I'm like, why? Because then, you see a tendon snap and,
Well, I
a
don't know.
muscle
I
just
don't know
tear.
him personally, but you saw the Callum von Moger stuff.
Yeah.
You saw him.
Yeah.
What was he with Larry Wheels?
It was him and Chris Bumstead.
Bumstead. That's who it was. It wasn't Larry Wheels.
Yeah.
You're right. It was Bumstead. And he tried curling it and popped his body.
Yeah.
Ever since then, declined.
Yeah.
The entire time. Crazy. I mean, it's just things that you're doing for likes
Yeah.
that don't serve you with what your purpose is to maintain a physique, build more muscle, this and that. You're
Right.
just trying to dick around and
Yeah.
you got fucked up from it. And listen, I can't, because once again, I don't know him, so I don't know his mindset and what he got. But like, you get in your head that you have to do these things to stay
Right.
edgy on social media.
Yeah.
I got to stay relevant. I got to keep people sharing my content.
Yeah.
When in retrospect, it's like, is your health worth that? Whether it's the mental side of things, because it affected him mentally afterwards without
Yeah.
question,
100%.
but is the mental side of it, the physical side of it for
Yeah.
fucking likes? Come on, bro.
It's not worth it. I mean, now if you're collecting revenue off of sensationalism, I can understand it because you were trying something. You failed at it, but you were trying something. And ultimately, did he really lose? Because I'm sure that went viral, and he probably got some revenue off of it. So
He lost in his personal life. Maybe
true.
not financially and with his career at the time. So you know, what I saw a downfall video recently, and those are very dark and dreary, and
Yeah.
they're overly dramatic too.
Very
Oh, he's the end of it. It's like, relax, bro. It's not that fucking
Yeah,
serious.
guy's 20 years old.
Yeah, it's not that
Right.
fucking serious. But
Yeah.
I do understand that there was a very strong drop off once he had the injury. So
Yeah.
he had the injury, had to recover from it. I think he wanted to compete. Never, from what I understand, and I could be wrong. Someone, you know, check me if I'm incorrect. Let me know. I'm cool with that. And then he kind of started just like having, because his muscle wasn't coming back the same way, or he
Right.
wasn't coming back the same way. Wasn't able to compete. Wasn't able to bring his physique. I mean, this is a dude that played Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
in the movie. What was it? It's the Joe Weider story. I forget what the movie is called.
I know exactly what
You
you're
know,
talking
yeah.
about.
So, and people that have followed the industry, they probably know as well. So he played Arnold in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, this is a big deal.
Splitting image.
And
Splitting image.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you have a great physique. You have a huge following, this and that. And now you start to maybe get into your own mind and your own head because you can't train the same way and this and that. So like,
Yeah.
then you start hitting the, what is it called? The Libra scale? Right? You start getting the weights on, and you're just like, was that little stunt, you know, maybe it made me a couple $1,000, $100, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Was that little stunt that now diminished my mental clarity, my forward momentum on my career, and
Right.
just everything that I had going great for me? Was that one post, that one stunt worth it? Tell you what, it's good that, I mean, I'm not good, but it's very fortunate for Chris that he didn't get injured on that.
Yeah.
Because that would have been it for him too.
I mean, he had a bicep tear this year, right? That's what they say?
Yeah, they did actually.
So, I mean, I don't know if it was ever related to that. but
Micro tears, you never know.
Sometimes these micro tears, you know. So you gotta really calculate your risk. And I mean, I do the same thing. I have my moments of what I like to call stupid shit. Just the other day, one of my clients,
just yesterday,
right. One of my clients pulls up in this little like I don't know what you want to call it, like a utility truck.
Okay.
And he's been driving this thing and he's fallen in love with it. I'm like, dude, this thing is so damn cute. Like, I just want to pick it up. So I had to see it. Like, the man in me had to see it. But I knew it was a safe thing. I knew I could easily deadlift way more than this.
He starts calculating it like us trying to do math.
Yeah.
When we're sitting there looking at the bars, like
45.
But then there's a 10 on there, so that's 20. And then this car weighs.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Fuck it, I'm gonna pick it up.
Yep. And that's exactly what happened. First time I did it though, he was actually in it, which made it like that much funnier. And I was like, I got to do that again, but you got to get it on tape. So, I picked this thing up, and then I started getting comments from Justin, like, be careful. My girlfriend's like, oh, you're scaring the shit out of me. Don't do it. And I'm like, listen, I wouldn't do it if I knew I couldn't walk away from it.
Yeah.
I make calculated risks. Like, I'm not going to sit there and try and curl 1,000 pounds. It's just, that's too much for me. Like, I know when to say when.
Yeah.
So if you see me do something, I know that I could walk away from this.
Okay.
I shouldn't be hurt, but again, it was still stupid. So
when we were out in California shooting for rain, me and Kai, and it's funny that you said Justin was messaging you saying, be careful because the managers and the coaches are always like that.
Oh God, yes.
So it was all, are you familiar with the Buttery Bros? You ever seen them?
It sounds familiar enough.
They're big in the CrossFit world. They were on my podcast. They're signed with Rain as well.
Okay.
They're dope human beings, Marston and Heber. Totally awesome.
Right,
but
right.
it was a Tough Mudder event. So
okay.
Kai,
I did a Tough Mudder.
Kai, Thor,
Or Half Thor?
yeah, Half Thor.
What?
Natalie Eve Marie, she's very athletic, so it wasn't surprising that she was, doing it.
Yeah.
Her husband Jonathan, Juji was doing it as well.
Not familiar.
Juji Mufu, you've definitely seen Juji.
I'm probably by face.
Yeah, you know Juji. Yeah.
I'm sure I do. Forgive me. Like
No forgiving.
A lot of people I know them by face. I'm horrible with names.
Where's Juji? I have pictures of him throwing shit at me.
I have clients. I still mess their names up. You guys know I love you.
I love you. I swear. This dude. He's a dude that does the splits on the chairs.
Okay.
Crazy athletic.
I believe I've seen him in videos. He kind of looks. You know what? I saw him the other
He's
day.
boys with Antoine Vaillant.
I saw him the other day, and I mistaken him for Liver King.
Oh,
Forgive me, Juji. Forgive me, Juji. Forgive me. I saw him the other day, and I was like, how'd this guy make a comeback already?
Yeah, just crazy shredded too.
Yeah, crazy physique on him, crazy strong. Yeah, I'm not throwing that shit around.
No, he's wild. But anyway, so they're all doing the Tough Mudder.
Yeah.
So we come up to like those ninja walls that you have to run up and like hang up the top and then pull yourself up. So everybody goes and it's Kai's turn. And his manager was like, "Hey Kai, why don't we?" Yeah, Adam. Yeah. Adam's like, "Why don't we sit this down?" And I'm looking at, I'm sitting here as a third party because I can't tell anybody do it or don't do it. I just hold the camera, so I'm laughing. I'm like, I'm watching him try to reason with him, and Kai's like, "No, I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, "Please don't do it. Like, don't do it." And I'm like, "Oh, he's gonna do it. Like, he wants to do it." So,
did he do it?
Oh, he did.
Oh my god.
He didn't make it. He kept falling.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm telling you, he was maybe 2 fingers short of being able to grab the top.
Yeah.
He did it though. He did the obstacle course where he was going across the top of the water.
Was it a warped wall, like Ninja Warrior?
Yes.
Oh man, I've been dying to do one of those. Like,
I gotta get you at a Tough Mudder.
I can't. No, I'll never do it. No, I can't. No, but I would love to try the warped wall because we used to have this thing when we were growing up. Outside of school when we're waiting in line. Like this is since elementary school. Like we're always doing crazy athletic shit. The guys I grew up with, phenomenal athletes, hood heroes, if you may. So we used to always try and run up the school building and hang on to the gutter. So we used to do that all the time. And then I saw Ninja Warrior, like, when it was still in Japan. I was like, I got to do this shit. So I started submitting applications for that show. It never happened. But then a couple years later, they brought it to the U.S. By the time they brought it to the U.S., guess who found bodybuilding? This guy. I'm way too heavy to do
no
that
more
shit.
Ninja Warrior stuff.
No, my forearms would just rip out of my arm.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if you saw when you walked into my building, but there's a Ninja Warrior course that you just walked in.
Oh, man. Is there?
Directly on your left when you walked in the building.
You shouldn't have told me that.
Yeah, so when I walk out, I'll show you. When I walk out, I'll show you.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That's a tough go. I could let go. That's one of those calculated risks. You know what I mean? Like,
no, Justin will kill me. I can't do it. No. I can't let you. I gotta walk you by. I gotta
seriously.
I gotta play the sheepdog on this one. I gotta just oh yeah, let's go outside.
Right? Take me around the alternate route. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll take you around the water side. It's a beautiful view. There's no Ninja Warrior stuff.
Good. No, there's this place called Extreme Play that's up by me in Danbury, and it's tailored to all that stuff. It's got a obstacle course, trampolines. But, I've just seen so many gnarly injuries on those things. I'm like, you know what? Let me sit my ass down.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
We got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, especially. Yeah, you got to, and you got the New York Pro.
New York Pro.
You got everything you got to do. So before we get into the New York Pro, I want to get into the bodybuilding. So we got into the bobsledding. We got into the training for that. So you go and compete, and you said you wanted to go and you want to become a pro in your first year is what you said.
Initially, I thought it was possible to go pro in your first show. Now, that's not really a thing unless you're doing like the Arnold Amateur, or Amateur Olympia. Those are the only 2 shows that you could really go pro at if it's your first show. But good luck getting in. You probably have to have some sort of buzz or special invite to get the chance to compete as an amateur at one of these more prestigious events. So I didn't know that.
Well, listen, it's rookie stuff. You got to learn the sport and the waters that you're in once you get there.
Right. So, Tuttle had to talk me down like, hey, young buck, that's nice and all. But yeah, so it changed and it was like, all right, let's do this in the first year. Did Atlantic States, boom. And I had to shut it down after, I was like, all right, this is stale. And I wasn't sure if I really wanted to do it.
What were you feeling?
It was more like, yeah, I'm going to say I felt like I won, but again, you go back, you look at pictures, and you can see the argument why this guy could have beat you. So I placed second at Atlantics, and I was really proud of that because I did that on my own. And having only done 2 previous shows, this is kind of a big deal, and at the time, I was natty. So I'm not taking anything. I'm going against these guys.
The NPC.
They're clearly, enhanced in some way. So with all that said, I shut it down. Next year, I decide, hey, I'm gonna do Team Universe because that's a tested show, so on and so forth.
That's a pro qualifier?
Yeah, yeah,
And you were still qualified from second at Atlantic?
yeah.
Okay,
The
cool.
rules were a little bit different then, but I had already won my class in 2 previous shows.
Gotcha.
So, I
Yeah, you
was
got to
good.
strike while that qualifier's hot.
Yeah, so, why wait? Let's go. We did it. Ended up getting 5th, and that really rubbed me the wrong way. So, luckily, after that show, the next day, I ended up going to St. Thomas, and when I was in St. Thomas at the hotel, I had an epiphany. I was like, "Listen, next year I'm doing the show, I'm winning." I went and got a coach, started working with Dave Palumbo, and, the rest is history. We won Team Universe, then we went on, competed in, New York Pro 8 months later, and we got 8th, which is pretty good for, New York Pro, your pro debut, you get 8th. So, we did that, then we went on to do Tampa, got 4th. After that, we came back, did New York, got 3rd. After New York, we went back to Tampa, won Tampa. No, sorry, we went to Chicago. Got 2nd, no, 3rd in Chicago, to Keon and Ahmed. Everybody thought I won that show. Could have been argued top 3, grasping at straws. Then we went to Tampa, got the win in Tampa. Then I got my Olympia debut. So that was kind of cool. Next year, went back to Tampa, tried to defend my title. Keon edged me. I got 2nd. And then I went to Texas and I won Texas. 2nd Olympia qualifier. So we ended up getting 8th the first one, 7th at the 2nd Olympia. And this year, I'd be lying if I said I didn't think I could win it. I really knowing what it entails now to be the winner of that show, I think I could get it. I know I can get it. Will the cards align? That's the question. So it's all about timing.
How'd you like working with Dave?
Dave was cool. Shout outs to Dave. He just had heart surgery.
Oh,
So,
shit.
I'm praying for a speedy recovery. And it looks like it all went well. Texted him, sent out my condolences to him and his family. So, Dave and I, we had a hell of a run. I can't complain. Every show we did, we got better. That trend is still continued with Justin. But yeah, just, it's all been uphill with Dave. The progress was great. We said we were going to take it to the Olympia. We did. We said we were going to win certain shows. We did. And, here
You
we
can't be
have
mad
it.
about that.
Yeah. So it was all a learning experience, but I got better every single time.
Which is the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep improving. And, if anything that I learned from Dave was, dude, you can do this. Like, you can stand next to any of these guys. And, that gave me the confidence I need to continue to do this, because these are guys that I used to look up to and see them in magazines like, oh, this is surreal. Now this guy's like, yo, where'd you come from?
Yeah, listen, before Justin introduced you to me, I wasn't familiar. I have no idea. But once again, it goes back to like, I'm a weird fan.
Yeah.
The people that I know is like, oh yeah, so I know so-and-so's doing this show. Dope. Like, I
Right.
know after the fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, he introduced me to you. I was like, man, my man's got some good shape, huh? It's crazy.
Well, I'm very low key and I'm not a huge social media guy. I'm getting better at it, but I despise social media. Like I hate to say
Let me tell you a secret. I do too. And I'm in the industry to make videos for social media.
There you have it.
Yep, I don't like it either.
You know what it is though, right? It's taking away from our one-on-one interaction. And that's why I resent it.
Oh, you mean you don't like when you have to step over 50 tripods in a gym
Oh my God.
just to get over to do some legs or something?
The other day I almost lost my shit. I got to tell this story, man. The other day I walk into this new section of my gym.
Hold on. I just love how I say one thing.
Dude,
it's a pain point.
Yeah,
And it's just like, yo, man, I got to tell you something.
No.
Now you bring that up.
Bro, this one was the straw that broke the camel's back. Dude, I walk into this new section of my gym, and I kid you not, there's a few pieces of equipment in there, but like there's probably like 6 machines. On every machine, you had one kid just with his phone, and it would be one thing if you respond to a text. I just sat there and watched it for like 2 minutes. Nobody lifted their head up. And I'm like, all right, I can't even be here right now.
Mhm.
I legit went from that room to the other side of the gym upstairs because I had to get away from it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
distracting because you
dude,
can't not look.
it was horrible.
You're just like, it's almost like watching a car accident.
Yes, train wreck.
You're just like, oh my God, I can't take my eyes off of what's going on. It's
Yeah.
like, and listen, I'm guilty of it from back in the day, but I smartened up pretty
But
quick.
here's the
Like
thing,
I did my 2 years. I did my 2 shows.
Right.
I did my shit going up to it, and I rode that train of like posting a photo a day of me at the gym and like,
Yeah.
oh, look at this, I'm getting lean. It's like, yo, bro, it's like cool, whatever. But I smartened up after I stopped, and then once this became my business,
Right.
you know,
It's
people-
different now. That's what I was
yeah,
going with.
it's different. People
Yeah.
that don't follow me, that didn't follow me from back in the day when I competed.
Yeah.
They have no idea. My fucking feed used to be a selfie.
Guilty. Guilty.
My thing used to be a selfie, just graveyard. It was
Yeah.
crazy. And I don't know what woke me up, but I looked at myself taking a picture one day. This is way before I did videos and photos.
Yeah.
But I went like, yo, they know what you look like from the day before. You don't have to take another fucking picture of
true.
the same stance, the same thing. Like every now and then I take, like even now, like every now and then I take the same photo at
Yeah.
Bev's at 6 a.m. workout. I go, just finished. What up? That's the most. Besides like the clips from the podcast. Other than that, I don't really put my shit out there.
I think we're all guilty of that. Now, here's the thing. When you're an active competitor and you need to sell yourself,
Much different.
much different. When you have a vested interest in social media, much different. But when you're just sitting here taking pictures of yourself because you got some new J's on, you don't get the damn put the phone down.
Kerrith, could you imagine what that camera roll looks like?
Oh my god.
Kerrith, could
Oh
you
my
imagine
God.
what that camera roll looks like?
Oh my god. Like that's
Crazy.
it. Outfit. I'm gonna kill him with this one. I'm kill. So you get a shit ton of that, right? At my gym. And it's like now people are getting kind of aggravated with it because it's only the new crowd that's doing it. Prior to that, this was a hardcore gym. Shout out to the Iron Factory. This is a hardcore gym. People go
Or
in
the
there
Iron Factory.
and like headphones on, world off, everybody. Everybody's like-minded. We're just going in there. We're killing weights.
But that's how Bev's was for a long
Yeah.
time. It still is.
Yeah, no,
but you still have those types of individuals circulating in.
Right. And I mean, every gym has that now.
Yeah.
But
That's why they had to put the fucking sign up at the front.
yeah, but that's
Can't film unless you ask first.
exactly. See, it's minimized at Bev's. Other places, they don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
Because to them, in certain areas, they're getting a lot of publicity. They're having people take selfies. They're tagging the geolocation of the gym.
Yeah.
People are seeing, oh shit, gym looks pretty cool. Let me go down there and try it out, like this and that. So I understand from a business perspective why they might do that, but it's
100%.
insane. It's
Yeah.
some of these gyms, man, like Onyx on the South Shore of Long Island.
right.
I highly doubt you'll ever make it down there, which is okay. You're not missing anything, but it's just it's like a wannabe alpha land, like with these dudes that just go to the gym and these girls that go to the gym. And I watch them sometimes, and I'm just like, guys, you got to train.
Yeah.
You got to like act. You like being here 4 hours and doing one body part.
And that part, you just touched it. Oh, man. Wow. So that part right there.
It's gonna be a clip,
Dude. So I train, right? I train. I have probably 5 to 6 clients a day. I've trained myself 6 clients, and the entire time that I was there, I've seen probably at best 5 people that stayed the entire time when I was working.
You're still doing glute bridges over there?
Yes, and it's like that. It's really like that. I'm like, yo, you got to eat. I'm like, yo, you got to eat.
Have you consumed any H2O?
Seriously,
You need some water.
haven't you hit your pinnacle? Like, aren't you ready to tap out? And the answer for these people is, no, I got to get better. But I'm like, yo, the growth is in the recovery, bro.
Yep.
And honestly, the women are the most offenders, or I should say, they're the biggest offenders. I appreciate the fact that they're in there grinding, trying to create something special, for us to look at. I assume. or the world to look at.
I do it for me.
Yeah, to be fair, nobody really does this for themselves.
No, I want to
sure.
take my shirt off this summer and I want to look good again. That's what I need.
Well, listen.
I am not. I need to just be able to not have. I just get just one ab. I'm cool with just one ab and get rid of the love handle, and I'm good. That's it.
Hey, listen, you could do it. I know you'll do it. I know you'll do it because you're of like mind and you have a goal.
Yeah.
But it's great that they do that and they put in the hours, but it's too many hours. It's like working
inefficient hours. It's
Negative
inefficient,
returns.
busy work.
Yeah, negative returns.
Yeah.
You get to the point of negative returns, and that's where they're at. And I'm like, you wonder why you don't change. You look exactly the same for year on in, and it's sad. But that right there is like, I wish there was some way the gym could say, listen, you've been here too long. You got to shut it down. But that's bad business.
Okay.
But
a key code like that goes around your wrist.
Yeah,
starts flashing red. Yo, you've been here for 3 hours, man. Unless you are a trainer, get the fuck out.
There's no reason for it. There's absolutely no reason for it. Because I'm like, what happens now if this person works themselves to the point where they're completely depleted of glycogen, right? They fall down, they hit their head.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So when I was competing I did 2 shows with a coach that I never name on the air because I don't like him. I just don't like him, and I'll tell you afterwards.
Good, huh?
Yeah, you know who it is without question. I just don't like him because he left me hanging. I was a natural athlete. Still, I haven't taken anything, and I stayed natural my entire time. So my background quickly, like in a 15-second synopsis, I was 270 pounds pre-diabetic in high school.
Wow.
Yep, dropped from 270 to 190 in about one summer.
That's big.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I played a lot of handball. I was playing all handball. My boys outside. We were sweating, doing it. I was eating basically a ketogenic diet before I even knew what a ketogenic diet was.
Right.
Going to the deli, half turkey, half Swiss cheese, roll-ups, and just eating it like that. No carbs, nothing. Dropped the weight, shedded it up. I got in really good shape.
Right.
Then I started dating a girl. 3.5, 4 years of that, gained weight, went away to college, Quinnipiac, up at Montanari Bros.
Hey.
I went back up to 240.
Damn.
So I was 240 again, more muscle because I just joined Bev's the year before, but like not. I was chubby again.
New Haven's got good food.
I got chubby before I got to New Haven, so I can't even blame New Haven. I was chubby from Long Island.
I was going to say it was Pepe's. It's probably Pepe's. Sally's a modern.
I never been to Pepe's.
Never been to Pepe's.
I went to Quinnipiac for 2 years. I never went to.
Dude, you never been to Pepe's.
So I'm going to explain why. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
I'm going to explain why. So I went and I dropped. I went from 240. Yeah. Went away to school. Her and I broke up.
Right.
Biggest heartbreak I ever had in my life. Because it was the first one. First one cuts deep.
Calories.
And then I said, fuck it. I'm getting in the best shape of my life and I'm going to compete in a year. So I went from 240 to 150 on stage.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah. So the guy that I was working with, he treated me like a guy on gear, though. That was the issue. Ran me into the ground with cardio. When I did my macros afterwards, because I needed to take a more scientific approach, he had me on with 300 grams of protein. I was 150 pounds, bro. You shut my fucking kidneys down.
Yeah, seriously.
So like shit like that bothers me that there are coaches that'll do that.
Yeah.
Like I wake up with gear on my meal plan every weekend. I'm like, dude, I told you I'm natural. And he's like, oh, okay, take that out. Like, don't do that. And then just add in 15 minutes of cardio in the morning or something like that. I'm like, bro, first off, let me just ask you this. Where am I supposed to get this shit? Yeah. Like you sending me this like I just go to CVS. Hey, y'all got this? is this something that I can pick up here?
The more you tell the story, the more I think I know what coach is talking about.
Oh, you definitely know who it is, without question. So anyway, I'm like, okay. So I did 2 shows with him.
Yeah.
And then didn't show up to my first show. Left me fucking high and dry. Ran out of food. We were behind 2.5 hours at the show. It was the Brooklyn Grand Prix.
Okay.
In 2013. Ran behind. I didn't know what to eat. My mom called him. She's like, what are you fucking doing?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, I'm at a pawn shop right now. That's what he said to her. She's like, my son has dedicated 23 weeks of prep to you, and you're not even here on the day of his show to help him out? He doesn't know what to eat. He doesn't know what to do backstage.
Yeah.
I was standing there. Honestly, my godsend was Michael Nicholas. Mike,
Condemned.
Yep, and Dom.
Shout out to Mike.
Yep, shout out to Mike.
Yeah.
Super
Dom.
tight with Mike.
What's up, Dom?
They did my tan.
Yeah.
The reason I knew them was because I did my internship with Dave Palumbo with RX.
Okay.
And they were on his show. So I met them and I said, yeah, I'm going to compete in a few weeks. They said, yo, come to us for the tan. We got you. I'm like,
Yeah.
really? They did my tan for me. So I asked them backstage. I'm like, guys, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, they're like, listen, just eat some honey, eat something like that. Just like try to stay full and this and that.
Right.
And listen, I went out there. I looked good, but I didn't look awesome. Like I flattened out. I looked sick when I was ready.
Right.
But that was 2 hours before my stage time. So
all that stress too.
The cortisol was crazy. And I just, honestly, I didn't even want to go back to the night show.
Yeah.
I was crying. Like it was so much mentally for me that there was so much going on. I was like, man. And then my mom and everybody was like, finish it through. Yeah. Don't not go to the night show.
Yeah.
So I said, fine, fuck it, I'll go. And I went, and then my family and we all went and got pizza, and it was dope.
Yeah.
But that same motherfucker didn't tell me about rebounding, and I went up 35 pounds in 3 days.
Jeez, that sounds like me.
I went from 150 to 185.
Yeah.
Bad.
Talk about kidneys.
Yeah, and now I'm away at school.
Yeah.
Gino Sylvain helped me.
Gino,
the dude who passed away.
Oh no! All right.
He was
Gino.
he was Jeff Beckham's coach.
Okay, I know Jeff, but I'm not sure about
older black dude, super dope. Oh, Gino was awesome, man. Yeah. Super nice guy. My mom knew him through the grapevine, like with some friends, and he tried to help me bring my levels back down, get the edema out, push the water out. He's like, you got to go do cardio. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm so tired. He's like, you have to.
Yeah.
Went and did the cardio, and I started feeling better. Right. But if I show you the photos, it was crazy. I went from crazy 6-pack to like puffed out.
Right. Back pain, all that.
Bad. And I'm away at school, man. I prepped when I was away at school.
That's admirable, man.
So it was
hard.
I don't know how I did it. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how I did, but I was at Montanari's every single day.
Yeah.
I was there for my morning cardio. I was there to train at night. I was there every single day without fault.
I get that. I used to commute from Hartford.
Damn, man. Yeah, nah, I'm good on that. Hartford's creepy, dude. I do. Yo, Hartford is creepville.
Yeah.
It's like a weird mini city that just shuts down randomly and no one's around. You could like see.
You know what? Even when it's open, no one's around.
Nah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, no.
Got bad vibes.
Yeah, but hey, listen, I got my yard goats hat on. I just like the hat.
All right, fuck's the yard goat. Yard goat.
That's Hartford.
Okay,
that's their semi-pro baseball team.
Okay, so dope.
But
I'm coming around. I promise. I'm coming around the story.
Listen.
I'm coming around.
Listen, you have your reasons.
I had to give you the synopsis of everything that went down. So then I linked up with this dude, James Valcarcel. I call him the mad scientist. I talk about him on a lot of the episodes. Okay. Hopefully when he comes back to New York, we're going to sit down because I told him everything that my old coach was doing. And he's like, he's a doctor. He's like, yo, this is crazy. Like we got to get you right.
Right.
Rebound. Like he put me on a reverse diet. Right. We reverse dieted for like 11 months out of that show.
Yeah. Had
me looking like a tank.
Yeah.
I showed my boy Evan on the last episode the picture as well. It was insane. Like he looked like he fed me a cycle and I like came out the other side.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
Just fed me. I was 190.
Look like you.
190 there.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to see receipts. How is that you?
Crazy.
Yeah, that doesn't even look like
had me looking great.
No, I'm talking about the face and everything.
Oh, that too. Yeah,
it's the beard. It's the beard. But yeah,
it's the beard. And I got the man bun going on. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
So anyway, we started getting ready for a show, and this comes to the you said the glycogen depleted with athletes and them not giving themselves enough time to recover.
100%.
I'm still natural, never taken anything, and at this point, I still haven't.
Seeing that's phenomenal.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I do have pretty good genetics, like I have good shape and this and that, but I got the chunky Italian gene, so I got to put the fucking bread down, and then I'll actually look good.
I might be Italian.
Yeah, you're a paisan by association.
Definitely. I mean, my girlfriend's Italian.
Oh, I love that. So you're one of us.
I get it. Like, I see the spreads when you guys do the holidays.
Antipasto, the 7 fishes, everything.
Nobody does like holidays like Italians. I'm sorry. Yeah. Honestly, like, it's so much food. I'm like, who's coming? They're like, it's us.
It's us. It's just us.
It'll be 3 people.
You want to have leftovers. That's what we want.
You know, I was told this. You know, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I was told that in the Italian heritage, it's the biggest insult not to have enough food.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know if that's like a written rule, but it definitely feels that way whenever I'm with my family.
Yeah, everything that I've experienced around Italians, like that's true. That's true. You always go the extra mile in the kitchen. And I'm like, dude, I'll take leftovers, you know, but this is a lot of food for 3 people.
And then the issue is you want your one day of just pigging out and eating like an asshole, but then it's like you get the leftovers. You're like, what am I supposed to eat this tonight? I'm going to eat this tomorrow. But now it's 2 days of eating like an asshole. Like, oh God, I can't do it. You got to keep that over there, Grandma.
Not for me. It never makes it to the next day.
Yeah, you got to finish it same day. Yeah. The calories have to stay within that 24-hour period.
That's it. So I'm fucking up once. It might be an extended fuck up, but it's
extended.
It's definitely going to be the same 24 hours.
Yeah. So I'm getting ready for the show with James, the mad scientist, I call him.
Okay, you got a show picked?
So no, we were getting ready for this. Is years ago.
Okay.
Right now I'll tell you my goals now. I'm leaning out. I'm down about 12. I'm down about 12 pounds in the last month.
All right.
But I'm doing a lot more high intensity interval training. So, I don't need to train like a bodybuilder all the time.
What are you doing, like F45?
So there's a spot. The last episode with my boy Evan, who I've become very friendly with, he owns a spot called OG Academy. Okay. They're huge. Like,
nice.
He basically took all the best trainers from Orange Theory and that, and they do hardcore fucking workouts. It's dope. I was there this morning at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that workout. It was nutty. I mean, all right, so I'll tell you about that real quick. So 6 a.m., he does all the programming for every coach that goes there.
Right.
So 6 a.m., the first station for the first 5 minutes was ring rows, like where you're laying on the floor for 15 reps, supersetted with ball slams for 15. Then you go back to the rings, 12. Superset with the ball slams for 12. Yeah. Then you go back to the rings, 10. All the way down for as many rounds as you can get in 5 minutes.
Right.
Then the next one.
It's an AMRAP.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So then the next, rounds-ish, sort of.
Yeah.
There are set reps, but AMRAP-ish.
All right.
So then the next one was actually AMRAP, was spider curls over the bench. As many as you can grab, 5 minutes. Then it was a superset of kneeling hammer curls, alternate hammer curls, while somebody's on the assault runner for a minute, their fastest run.
Wait, assault runner?
The treadmill.
Okay.
You know, the one where you pedal yourself?
All right, yeah,
the one that's got like that little...
The manual one? Yep.
So fastest run you could do for a minute, then you get off, you do the hammer curls, they go, then you go back and forth for minute, for 5 minutes. Right. But then you do that round twice.
Gotcha.
Because then the person that was on there before goes to the next station, then you go to the treadmill again. So you do that round twice. Then you go on the assault bike.
Right.
6 calories.
Okay.
6 calories as fast as you can. And while you're doing that, your partner is holding an ISO hold 45-pound plate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you hold it, then we switch 5 minutes.
Sounds a lot like my HIIT class.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, no, I program very similar for my HIIT class.
Then we did it's eluding me right now, mentally. I'm shot.
Okay.
We do the pullovers. But the standing with the rope.
Gotcha.
Pullovers.
Yep. Lat pullover.
Yep. Pullovers, and then it was supersetted with wasn't rope extensions. It was the one arm barbell.
Okay.
Or kettlebell rows, which is what I did.
Gotcha.
Grab a 50-pound kettlebell, just like rip that for as many as you could.
Yeah.
Then it was the last station was 8 full reps.
Right.
Then it with alternating.
Yep.
Then it was failure double reps.
Okay.
And then butterfly reps to failure too.
Oh,
and then you rest for 20 seconds. That's in the last 5. Bro, you're cooked.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, cooked, man. The treadmill shit kills me.
So you call it the Assault treadmill. I know Assault is the brand, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'm familiar with Woodways.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got Woodways, but awesome. That right there, that treadmill is probably one of the top 5 best pieces of equipment I've ever used because I got so much faster training on that thing. I
bought the bike. I bought the Assault bike during COVID for my garage. I should have bought one of those. I wish I bought the treadmill instead.
Treadmill's a fortune.
Yeah, it's like 3 Gs, but the bike was about 1,000.
Okay.
I would have rather have spent the extra 2 on the treadmill than get the bike because the bike is efficient. You are gassed with the bike, but the lactic acid builds up in my legs so quick on the bike that it's just not enjoyable.
Right.
So I'm sitting there trying to do like some cardio or something like that. You can't just sit there and enjoy it. You got to like power through and then get off and then go back onto it with the runner. I can get on there. I can run. I can do sprints.
Yeah.
The dude Evan, he did farmer's walks on it. He had a kettlebell in one hand, other hand open, and you just walk on it. I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucking smart on that.
Have you ever seen a hit mill?
Hit mill?
Yeah.
No. Was that
no, a hit mill it's legit.
Not the Jacob's ladder.
Look it up. No, it's like it's a manual treadmill, right? Imagine a manual treadmill, right?
Okay.
On an angle, probably like a 35-degree angle. It's got handles.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got handles, so you could use it for a farmer's walk. So you could put 4 plates, 4 45s on each side, and walk uphill on this thing.
This dude's doing it backwards.
So in addition to that, you can put the brake on and increase the resistance of the belt. So yeah, that thing I use that to gas the shit out of people.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's a great way to warm up too. But I'll take the farmer's walk out of it, and you could use it like a push sled.
Yeah, this is the one I'm talking about. The Assault Runner Elite. They probably upped the price since COVID.
Yeah,
everybody did. Jack that price up. Like
COVID, you couldn't get shit, man. I bought me a.
Oh no, 3Gs. It's still. I think it's a good deal for that thing.
That's not bad. I mean, because that's something you could legit use every day. You know,
I could use it to walk. I could use it to run. I could use it to do sprints. I could use it for everything.
And more than that, I think that's more functional than a bicycle.
Yes, it is.
You know, so
it is. Well, I also hated running for a long time. I hated running for a long time because I wasn't good at it. And I would just be like, oh, I'm not good at running. It's like, no, well, get good at running.
Yeah.
Learn how to get good at running. And now that I've been running, I feel great. I love it. I really do. I'm enjoying using my full body and really like sprinting it out and shit like that.
Yeah.
So let me back up to that story.
Trainer.
Yeah. So we're getting ready for a show.
Yep.
I worked at Apple Retail at the time.
Okay.
And my buddy that was my training partner at the time at this point in life, who was a good friend of mine, I went to train before I went to Apple. So I just went to the gym, banged out my workout, whatever. So I was like, I could just be done. I could play Xbox when I get home, this and that, whatever. So he hits me up like right when I get out of Apple. Yeah. He's like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Just got out of work, man. What's going on? He goes, yo, you want to go hit shoulders? I said, oh, I hit shoulders this morning. He's like, come on, bro. Let's go. I said, all right, fine, bro. I'll come. I'll do some extra shoulders with you.
Twisting your arm.
Yeah, man. I was like, well, fine, fuck it, whatever. So we go to LA Fitness, which was not our home gym. Bev's is our home gym, but we just went to try to see new scenery, whatever. So we go, and I remember I'm pressing. I'm getting warmed up.
Yeah.
I'm pressing, and I'm feeling a little bit. Remember, I just smashed my shoulders this morning, and I do all mountain dog shit. So like my shit's done. I'm toasted.
Yeah, done.
So I'm pushing, and I throw the 90s up. I'm pushing it, and I see that he's grilling somebody in the mirror.
Uh-oh.
So I'm like,
he's not even paying attention.
He's not paying attention. I'm like, yo, bro, come on, man. Like, stop fucking looking over there. Watch what I'm doing.
Right.
He's not focusing. I push it up once. My right arm locks and goes all the way back with the 90. Ooh. All you hear is, and because I didn't want to drop it on him, I brought it back forward and dropped the dumbbell. Instantly, pain. I was like, oh my God. I walked away, called my coach. I'm like, yo, I said, I think I fucked up. That's not telling me. He goes, yo, bro, come on, dude. He's like, you're natural. He goes, what are you doing? He goes, you haven't recovered. Yeah. Why would you hit the same muscle group twice? Yeah. So you an idiot? I'm like, oh, dude, listen, I don't know. So he had me do he's like, push your arm against the wall. He's like, push out. He goes, does that hurt at all? I said, no. I was all right, well, I'm not there. He's in Florida. He's like, I'm not there, so I can't tell you if you're injured. He goes, but that would hurt if you tore your rotator cuff. Right. He goes, so please be careful now and just rest.
Right.
Rested for weeks. My shit was just so stiff. I didn't tear anything. Maybe it was a micro tear. Who knows?
Right.
Never tore anything, but I couldn't sleep with my hand over my head like I usually do. Like I had to really work my arm in different ways after that.
Right. So it's probably just hyperextended.
It eventually got better, and I don't have any pain now. Yeah, I mean it's good now, but I mean you say everybody overworking themselves. That's where the story was going. You see how we just go full circle? Crazy. It's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just to get back to the point of what he said, which is
it's a long way around.
It's a long form.
We got there.
With people overworking themselves, not giving themselves enough time to recover. It's huge. It's huge. Your glycogen is destroyed from a workout if you did it properly.
Right.
You're doing cardio, and your food is probably low because a lot of these people are trying to stay lean and they don't want to gain weight.
Nope.
So it's like you're overworking yourself, and then you wonder why you get injured.
Yeah. So again, comes back to negative returns. These people are sitting there grinding, and I'm like, listen, I appreciate anybody that's willing to get in there and just, give 110. Let me stop that. Give 100%. to anything that they're doing in the gym, and their focus is laser beam. But then, they don't eat, And like, listen, I'm a firm believer of you don't drive a car on an empty tank. I say this all the time. Don't do that to your body. Like, listen, cars are designed just like the human body are. If you're not taking care of the proper maintenance, dude, that shit's gonna fail. It's gonna start fucking up. You're gonna blow a gasket. Straight up.
Without question.
So at the end of the day, dude, you gotta drive the car, but maintain the car. And the maintenance usually comes in that rest period because you're not fixing the car as you're driving it. You get that, right? So, you're putting abuse on the car while you're driving it. You get that. You see where I'm going, okay? Sometimes you got to break it down because people don't get it. It's like, dude, I could tell them, hey, listen, you're doing too much. They don't get it. But then when I put them in the car and I say, hey, listen, this is when the car is going to overheat. Car's not going to overheat if it's just sitting there. All right. Okay, I hope they got that one.
I hope so.
I hope it wasn't too deep.
I hope so. Sometimes you gotta really break it down for them. Be like, let's go on this journey together.
Right.
Okay, so there's a car. It's mechanical, right?
Right. And that's what we are. We are mechanical creatures.
We definitely are.
So
I feel parts given out every now and then, and I gotta get them siphoned back.
You gotta go to Midas, man. Midas is my chiropractor. I get hooked up to the Saunders machine, decompress my spine, take a nice long nap. I get an adjustment.
Do you do any cold therapy?
The cryotherapy?
Just any type of cold immersion therapy?
No. When I was doing the bobsled thing, that was very big up there. They would love to do contrast baths and, that type of deal. But listen,
you ever try it?
I've done it. Yeah,
that's it. That's all you get.
I've done it.
I've done it.
I've done it. But there's nothing. Listen, I'd rather go in the heat. I'd rather go in the heat than that cold ass tub. Oh my God.
It's good for you.
You know what though? I'll say this. It is and it isn't. When you're trying to grow, I don't think it's so good because now you're getting rid of the inflammation. And inflammation is what you need to make your muscles swell up. So, while it might feel therapeutic and good, in my opinion, I think I'd rather deal with the inflammation and, just kind of suffer it out.
So what do? You rip saunas instead?
Not all the time. If I find that, let's say I had a nasty cheat meal and I just feel like, ugh, I'll go to the sauna, chill in there for a little bit and try and detox the best way I know how. That's usually after a good lifting session, some cardio and heavy hydration,
Gotcha.
But I don't use the sauna to like lose weight or anything like that. It's mostly just for like therapeutic purposes.
Okay.
Like my body feels good when it's warm. For instance, like if I go to Florida or Texas, the second I step off the plane, inflammation's gone.
Yeah.
And I can only assume that it has to do with the climate.
Oh, without question.
You know what I mean? Because I come back home, that pain switch is flicked. You know what I mean? So everything takes a little bit longer to warm up. But I go to Florida, I'm like, oh, wow. I just took 5 years off of me. That's really
well. The therapeutic benefits of sauna is crazy. I mean, it's really unbelievable. I think it's something like if you have 2 or 3 sauna sessions a week, it reduces your potential for just like dropping.
Really?
Just dropping dead by like 40%. Some shit.
That.
Yeah, it just I don't know the science behind it, and I'd love to speak to somebody that does, so I can be. I listen to Huberman, I listen to all these guys that have the backgrounds and whatnot, but I'd love to sit and like hear somebody, give me the information directly instead of just like on a podcast.
Yeah.
But it's when I feel super sore, my friend Danielle, I live up in Huntington Village, and it's like a little village on the North Shore of Long Island. And she has the fountain store, so they have the alkaline water, and they have she has the saunas in there.
How do you feel about that? The alkaline water.
I've heard mixed opinions.
Yeah.
I find that if my water is filtered properly, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So like whether it's alkaline, whether it's just filtered properly,
right? And
then I remineralize it with because that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
I found that out, and I didn't know that for
that's
years.
the other part. I'm hearing a lot of stuff about water lately.
Trace mineral drops. Well, of course, because you're hearing all the shit with like the Pennsylvania, East Palestine derailment and the Ohio chemicals and shit like that.
That whole thing with fracking in Pennsylvania has been going on for a long time. But thank God, PA, I love you. A lot of great food in PA, but most of my water is coming from up north.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I do
Yeah.
I do the tap water. I do tap, but I filter it with the zero water.
Okay.
And the cool thing with the zero water is like it comes with a little tester for the water
Yeah.
that you can test. And once it starts having more particles in it, more TDS in it,
Right.
I think 0.006 is when you should change the filter.
Yeah.
You change the filter out again. So I know that it's getting filtered out. I'm
Right.
able to test it. And then the other thing is like I don't have it with me right now. It's in my car. But I do half gallon.
Okay.
So I do 2 half gallons a day. So I drink a gallon of water a day.
Right.
2 half gallons. And then right after I fill it up with the filtered water, I put 20 to 30 of the trace mineral drops in there to remineralize the water.
Okay.
And that's it. That's what I drink. But the alkaline water, it does taste clean. I do. I mean,
maybe my palate just can't detect the taste that you guys talk about, but I've heard that.
it tastes clean. I mean, I don't know. I can always tell when water's like not awesome.
Yeah.
So there's this dude on TikTok called the Water Sommelier. You ever
Okay.
seen him?
No.
Martin. He's like, I'm Martin, the Water Sommelier. Like, he's this dude that praises his knowledge based on water.
I wish I could do TikTok. I can't get into TikTok.
I love TikTok.
Yeah. Listen, it's a black hole of black holes.
Yeah.
For me, like if I've joined and I can tell you, like I end up getting off of the thing like 3.5 hours later.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what did I
So you
just
have
do?
to you have to be more diligent, and this isn't like
Yeah.
this is just how I have been too, because I have over 50K on TikTok.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, which is like my TikTok pops off with the
Yeah.
podcast clips. Instagram, they just don't fucking like me, so I was like, whatever.
You're
So I just
shadow
put
banned.
I put the content out anyway. I'm like, whatever. It's I don't look at it like, oh, let me go viral.
Yeah.
I just like to put the information out everywhere and just let it just do its thing. And if
Yeah.
people like it and they jive with it, great, awesome. So, but TikTok, what you have to do is you have to put the content on it,
Yeah.
but you can't consume a lot of the content. That's the
Right,
trade-off.
right.
And that's social media in general.
Well,
that's what I've
I
had
do
to
with
learn.
YouTube. I do that with YouTube, and I'm getting better at carrying over from YouTube to Instagram.
Yeah.
So my screen time on Instagram has reduced significantly. I still got to do the engagement part of it. Because that's
Have you seen the new rules that Instagram wants?
what do they want?
I'll give that to you in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you in 2
Yeah.
seconds. So this dude Martin or whatever his name is, he's the water sommelier.
Uh-huh.
He basically breaks it down for you with like all the TDS count, the total dissolved solids in water, and those are minerals that are in the actual water. Essentia, all these purified waters,
Right.
they're shit for you. It's
So-
basically just tap water that was filtered.
Right.
That's all it is. So they're basically doing Brita and selling it to you for top dollar.
Absolutely. So I don't know if you've noticed this, like Pure actually bottles their own water. Pure is like very similar. It's comparable to Brita, but they have, cases now of water.
Oh, real? Oh, Pure.
Yeah,
I used to have
yeah.
a Pure filter.
Yeah. So
And then they were hard to get during COVID. You couldn't get the
Were they?
Pure filter. Yep, you couldn't get the Pure filters. They switched manufacturers or something like that.
Okay.
And you couldn't get the filter. So I was like, I guess I'll just get a Brita. And I got a Brita because I couldn't get their filters.
Right.
And then I didn't like the Brita taste, so I went to zero water.
Okay. All right. So I got Pure at the house. That's what I use in the Keurig. Everything else is pretty much bottled water. But what I'm finding out from my client, whose brother is big into water, you're talking about like Essentia and just like other bottled
Horrible.
waters. Do you know what is considered the best water?
Evian is one of the best waters.
Okay. What else you got?
Evian. I'm thinking of all like the natural ones. Fiji is one of the best waters.
Fiji's the best one. That's
Yep.
what they say.
Mhm.
And I'll be honest. Maybe I've been brainwashed. I don't like Fiji water. man.
What?
I don't. Honestly,
Doors right there.
I can't do Fiji water, man. Honestly, it tastes a little bit off. Maybe my taste buds have just aligned with regular bottled water. I can't make sense of it. But everybody's like
My
Fiji
taste buds have
water.
gotten aligned with East Palestine water. I need the plastics.
Yeah. And honestly, you think back a couple of years ago, they weren't really selling us water. They were just the bottling company. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. It was who had the best bottle.
I like Fiji. I used to not like Evian. I love Evian now.
Now, here's the thing. All right. So Fiji water is the best for you, right? Is it though? Is Evian the best for you? Think about this before you answer. That's what they say. Now think about the carbon footprint it takes to get Fiji water here. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Is it really the best for you?
But
How
is any of that carbon footprint touching the actual water technically?
No, disregard what it does to the water. The cost of getting it here. What
Yeah.
does that do now with
Well, it drives the price up.
gases?
Well,
No, I'm talking about gases getting released into
are you
the
saying greenhouse
environment.
gases and whatnot?
Yeah, yeah. You think about that. They gotta either ship it or fly it. Yeah, when you think about it that way, it's like, all right, well, it's
But if the
good.
source is still better, but if the source still produces cleaner water,
What does that do? What does that do long term? Think about that. It's good for us. How about your kids? How about your kids? Is it good for them? You get what I'm saying?
oh, I get what you're saying.
So eventually it adds up and it's going to catch up and it's going to ultimately bite us in the butt. Because,
I bet they.
you know what I mean?
Depends on what's biting us in the butt.
But you know what I mean? Like it will eventually destroy the planet getting that water here. So at what cost?
They got to have a mission statement. Wow, it's crazy. I typed in Fiji water into Google,
Yeah.
and one of the sponsored ads is Essentia water. Yo,
That's,
y'all are trying too hard.
that's it.
Introducing 100% recycled bottles. I'm just reading
Yeah,
what's on the site.
no, sure.
We are proud to announce that Fiji waters. Yo, I'm plugging Fiji, by the way. Yo, Fiji, send the check. Crazy. If your sales go up, you know it was from here.
If they go down, hey.
Yeah, if they go down too, it wasn't here. We are proud to announce that Fiji Water's 330 milliliter and 500 milliliter bottles are now made of 100% recycled water. Let me see. Is there a mission statement? There's got to be.
Got it.
Oh, these are deliveries from a sustainable ancient artisan aquifer in Fiji to more than 60 countries across the globe. Fiji Water has been bringing Earth's finest water to the world since '96. Along the way, its philanthropic efforts have focused on improving the lives of the people of Fiji and protecting the unique place they call home.
Sounds good.
Liars.
It sounds good. It sounds good. But yeah, end of the day, man, when it comes down to it, it's like.
So now I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what isn't producing? Because then you have factories that are mass producing bottles that may not be that may not be 100% recycled now. Because then you have that end of it too.
It's true, but I mean it's a catch-22.
Oh yeah, without question.
So
everything on this planet is trying to kill us, and we're killing everything on this planet. So it's kind of like
efficiently.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there like dope, awesome.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it might be better said to just drink your regular filtered water.
But it's definitely more cash efficient as well.
Oh, absolutely.
To fill up the tap and pay. Yeah. So Berkey filters was something that I really wanted to get into. You heard Berkey?
No,
they do a lot of stuff in like Africa, in areas that have like horrible drinking water, and they have portable filters that like make clean water instantly type of shit.
Is that thing Bill Gates was doing when he's drinking doo-doo water?
I don't know. I don't trust Bill Gates.
I'm just saying.
He can stay his ass over there.
Did you see that video?
I haven't, no.
Oh, look it up on YouTube. You get a chance of Bill Gates drinking doo-doo water.
Is that what I got to look up?
Dude, like, yo, the man legit drank doo-doo water. I can't say nothing. Listen,
I'm going to get some crazy search results.
Dude, yo, I saw it. The dude drank doo-doo water, man. Like, I don't
Yo, I saw it.
I seen it. I seen it.
I was there. Me and my boys, we were there. We watched him drink the doo-doo water.
Dude, he drank the doo-doo water, man. You know, I wish I was saying I was lying, but listen, like, this is right. You know what? That's a slippery slope. I'm not even going to get into it. But
the Berkey filters.
Yeah. So I think that might be what it is. You know, they found a way to like purify the excrement. So where it's now like purified water and you're able to consume it. I ain't drinking that shit. Legit, but you know what I mean? Like they found a way. And, you know, for people who are in a bad way, I could see the practical applications for that. So, you know, I make light of it and everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, in some remote country, you know, that might work. Ain't gonna work for me.
I ain't drinking doo-doo water.
I ain't drinking doo-doo water.
I don't care how many times you filtered it.
Nope. I know where
I guess maybe in some ways, though, the tap is doo-doo water, so I shouldn't really talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, fish doo-doo in the water all the time. So, you know, I mean, yeah.
Rainbow trout, leave me a surprise.
Yeah, I'm just not drinking human doo-doo water.
No, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
I'll die of starvation, of thirst.
Thirst, yeah.
Yeah, I'll die of thirst. The Berkey filters.
Yeah.
They have a lawsuit against them now. Big lawsuit that they're not as efficient as they're saying because they had specific attachments for the actual canister. It was this big filter that you put on your counter. Big metal filter.
So it was like they had
cylinder. It was like a big cylinder.
I remember those. Yes. And then it had like a little spout on it.
Yes.
Yeah, we used to have one of those. Okay.
Come on. Where's the pictures? Come on. There's the images.
Yeah. So
that was for a while the gold standard of filtration for water because it also had fluoride and chlorine separate filters that you could put in there. So this way it filtered everything out efficiently. But now the lawsuit evidently says that they weren't filtering things out the way they said they were. But they also have 10-year filters.
Yeah.
All you do is take it out, wash them, and they're good as new again. Okay. That was like the huge selling point of getting one of those versus just continually spending the money, getting the plastics of a Pure, a Brita, and all that.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know which one I'm gonna wind up doing. Like long term, I would love to get the whole house filtration just to have it. But once again, you go back to the alkaline stuff like that.
Doesn't New York have great water though?
I don't know about that.
Like, listen, they're taking water from here, flying it to Florida and Vegas to make pizza dough.
Are they? Well, yeah, that's a taste thing too. Doesn't mean the water's great.
No, okay, all right.
It probably doesn't mean the water's great.
But they said New York City has good water.
Who said that?
It's like known. Look this up. No, seriously, you got the phone in hand. Look it up. Find out who has the best drinking water in the country.
Okay.
All right, and I'm willing to bet New York is top 5.
I looked at you. I was like,
drum roll.
I was like, who said that?
Yeah. It's got to be top 5.
Here are the cities with the cleanest drinking water, and this is Antunes.com.
How long ago?
2022? November?
2022. All right, valid.
Here are the cities with the cleanest drinking water. Silverdale, Washington. Silverdale's water comes from an aquifer in Green Mountain. Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's water comes from man-made lakes. It is then filtered and treated with ozone.
I don't trust it.
Doesn't sound great.
I don't trust
the only ozone I know is the thing around the planet. I don't know. I don't know about what I want that in my water.
Yeah, we've been killing that thing for years.
Yeah. Louisville, Kentucky. The water comes from the Ohio River, which is fucking contaminated now.
I was about to say.
From the chemical spill.
Yeah.
We're 2 down, man. Macon, Georgia. The source of the water to Macon is the Havers Lucas Lake. I don't know how to pronounce that. The Macon Water Authority's water treatment facility is larger than some of Georgia's cities.
There's no
Memphis, Tennessee.
Really?
That's interesting.
Again, come back to this landlocked thing. Like, I don't see how landlocked places could have the best water.
Yeah.
What river runs into that?
Memphis? Mississippi? I don't even know, right? Would it be? Maybe?
Could be the Connecticut.
Now I'm going to hit
Connecticut River runs from Canada all the way down south.
All I know is I was told never to drive through Memphis. That's all I was told.
Not even for barbecue, huh?
No, I'll stick to Nashville.
Backtrack.
It's the Mississippi River. It's right against Memphis.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Let me see these other ones, and then we'll backtrack.
Listen, you got a lot of what it is, Japanese carp that infested that river. So the amount of fish feces due to water. Shout out to Memphis. I love y'all.
Do you like Memphis?
I've never been. I'm trying to save face.
So when you make your next test appearance,
yeah.
They're like, we heard what you said about our doo-doo water.
Yeah, no. Come on, man. No,
all right, so this looks like a more comprehensive list. I'm just going to label them down. The Macon, Georgia came up again. Pembroke Pines, Florida. Salem, Oregon.
Okay.
Memphis, Tennessee. Wow, it really just it's on that list again. Philadelphia.
No, there's way too much fracking in Pennsylvania.
Cape Coral. Cape Coral. Oakland.
They get red tide down there.
Oakland.
Though. Really?
Boise, Idaho.
Doesn't Oakland have a man-made river? Boise, Idaho. That's close to
best of the best wins in the last 5 years for Boise, Idaho. The EP rank of number of manufacturing establishments in a square mile is 43. I guess they take into consideration how many plants are around the area as well.
Okay. All right.
Producing waste and whatnot. Olathe, Kansas. New Orleans.
Really?
Augusta, Georgia. I can understand that.
Okay, maybe.
Orlando, Florida. Can't understand that.
Swamp.
Hayward, California.
Don't know where
Joliet, Illinois.
Juliet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aurora, Colorado.
I could see that one. How isn't that one number one?
Yeah.
Because now you're talking glaciers.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh no.
Warren, Mississippi. Or is that
Okay.
Missouri? Whatever. Cincinnati, Ohio. Miami,
one.
Florida.
No.
Port St. Lucie, Florida. Savannah, Georgia. Charleston, South Carolina. Louisville, Kentucky.
I can see
Tallahassee, Florida. And number one is Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Sioux
New
Falls.
York is not even in the top 25.
I want to see who made that list.
We got to check credentials now.
Seriously.
It was a blogger.
Yeah, I'm sure. That might have been a Wikipedia page.
I swear, guys, I've tasted all this water.
Yeah.
Alex Daniel, a journalist based in Brooklyn, New York. There you go. See, and he should have been biased.
You know
but
what?
he knows that dude water in New York.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is I can see the South Carolina, the Georgias. Those make sense.
Yeah.
Miami.
I don't know. I feel like Miami could be. All right. So now that we're on the topic of water, real quick. So there's a book called Estrogeneration.
Okay.
Which it talks about estrogenics in the water.
Plastics.
No, estrogenics. So like high levels of estrogen from could be from plastics and contaminants.
Okay.
Birth control. Like everything that gets filtered into the waters and how bad it is for your health. And certain items, there's different types of estrogenics. There's like fungus, there's mold estrogenics, so like flax seeds have high estrogenics.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
It's a cool book.
Yeah.
Estrogeneration. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but you sit there and you're just like, oh, like this is kind of crazy that there's this much shit in the waters and you're just sitting here consuming it.
Yeah.
Drinking out of garden hoses when we were kids.
Yeah. Seriously. Like,
I'm sure the levels are much different than when we were younger versus than what they are now. I think that there's just been a big fuck it button installed in a lot of people's offices that make big decisions now, and they just go, yeah, we're good on this. Yeah, I don't care about the.
You remember the easy button, right?
Yep.
Now it's just fuck it. Fuck it. Yep.
Fuck it.
100%. But yeah, no, we started talking about water. It's funny you mentioned this. I was on the art trainer the other day, and I was doing my cardio. I started watching this thing about Antarctica, and just like the crazy phenomenon that happened there. You know, we're talking about like glaciers melting and stuff, and underwater lakes that are in Antarctica. I didn't know about this shit, you know. And then you got the Blood Falls. Have you ever seen this?
I haven't seen the Blood Falls, but I've seen the underwater lakes. There's a lot of there's a lot of creepy theories about Antarctica and why we're not allowed there.
Well, we know why. Yeah, because there's shit you're not supposed to know. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it always comes back to that. When they tell you no, what don't you want me to know about?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so question it. But the Blood Falls were kind of creepy, and they say that it's the iron and the salt that's in the water. It looks like the water is bleeding, and it's got such high sodium content.
Oh, I have seen that before. That's creepy.
So the water can never freeze. Like the salinity in the water is so high, it will never freeze.
Yeah, that's creepy looking.
Yeah, right?
Looks like a polar bear just had his day on the side of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. I'll try to put that on the video.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Blood Falls.
Right? So
Antarctica is a very interesting place.
Yeah, and I'm more intrigued to find out about like the ice bridges that used to exist between Argentina and, you know, Antarctica. You know, and that's why I'm like, I didn't even know people live there. Like, listen, I get it. Some people like the cold. That's a different type of cold. What the fuck are you doing living in Antarctica?
You're just so used to it, man.
Yeah,
Think about people that live in the dead of cold Alaska. Negative 50 degrees. Some of these people in Alaska, that the dead of winter.
But still, like, if you sweat, you die. Why would you want to? Somebody tells you, dude, don't work too hard. I mean, it's a perfect place for me because somebody's like, just chill, take it easy.
You fall right through a glacier. You're like, yo, what happened to Kerrith? He just
melted right.
Yeah, melted through. Get him off.
He's stuck in ice. You know, he preserved himself. Walt Disney. But yeah, dude. Like, if you sweat, you die. Why would you want to stay there? Why would you want to stay there? So, it's kind of bugged out to me, but I guess, yeah, those ice bridges used to exist and people used to cross over, you know? I want to know when they weren't able to anymore.
Probably when the governing bodies of the world decided it was
Yeah.
no more.
Well, they said in, what was it, 1996, 12 countries joined together
Yeah.
and they created the Antarctic Treaty or whatever, something like that.
Yeah. There's some shit up there, man. Down there, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, down. There's a, it just goes all the way around anyway.
Yeah.
But like there's some
No,
shit.
it's not flat? You mean to tell me it's not flat?
You know what? I gotta be real with you, man. Nothing surprises me anymore. I gotta tell you, I believe I'm a firm believer.
Yeah.
I don't really lean into conspiracy theories on anything, but I'm a firm believer of like if I saw it,
Right.
I understand. Like, okay, that's cool. I've never been to space. I probably will never go to space. But until I see things,
Yeah.
like you just go, man, maybe. Who knows? Who the
Yeah.
fuck knows? There's been a lot of things we've been lied to over the years from everything and everybody
Bro.
that seemed like we should have known about this and we didn't.
Listen, I've never been one to really question space, but lately,
Oh, we're getting deep now.
oh man, yeah. Like, no, I start asking some questions. I'm like, could this be a load of bullshit this whole time?
What do you hear? You hear about the firmament. You hear about like the
Yeah.
dome over the entire world and how
Yeah.
rockets never actually make it out. You hear all this stuff. Listen, there are definitely some weird and compelling arguments on every single side, and
100%.
it's crazy that years ago it was encouraged to ask why on everything, but now it's you're an idiot if you don't think that the general thing that you're taught or the general statement
Yeah.
that you should believe
Yeah.
is the only way that you should do. Why can't I ask questions?
Dude,
I'm not saying the world is flat, but hey, maybe it is. Who the fuck knows?
the other
Have you been to space? Like I started asking people, have you been to space?
Nah.
Have you ever looked out on the ISS and just been like, oh, there's videos and listen, they could be doctored. There's tons of editing that I can do to make
Right.
things look certain ways, but there's a video and it does not look doctored to me from my eye
Right.
of a fucking fly flying past the window of the International Space Station looking down at the Earth.
I think I seen that. Yeah.
If that's real, like
Yeah.
you tell me flies can live in space?
Yeah. that's-
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, listen, I've tried to kill some flies. They were stubborn as shit. You know what I mean?
Imagine.
Some of those horse flies.
Dude, the dudes in space, they're like, I thought we left the planet to get rid of these things.
I've punched the shit out of a horse fly, only to see this thing come back and bite me. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, you want to punch me?
Resilient, man. You know, so there's a chance that, hey, who knows? Maybe it is a croc. You know, and
I'd rather ask why than just
Yeah.
sit here and be like, yes, whatever you say.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
end of the day, what it comes down to is this simple: live your life, love your family, love your friends,
Facts.
eat good food, travel.
That's all you can do.
That's it.
Just handle the things that you can control. There's
Yeah.
certain things that you can't control. You can't control the government being assholes. Left,
No.
right, don't matter. They're always going to be assholes.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't matter. They're all narrative driven and they line their own pockets. Don't matter
true.
what side.
This is true.
I don't fuck with government. You can't get mad at because you can't be mad at religion.
No.
Everyone can just love and do what they want. Let everybody believe in what they want.
At the end of the day, aren't they all saying the same
They're
thing?
saying the same thing, man.
Saying the same thing.
They're saying the
dude.
same thing. It's cool,
You know,
bro.
yeah.
Like, listen, maybe I'll see you up there. Maybe I won't. Whatever. Like, it is what it is. We won't know until it happens.
Yeah.
So you might as well just be cool with everybody until then.
That's it.
Just enjoy everyone's presence. I talk with my boy Jamal all the time. You probably know Jamal from the gym.
Maybe.
Mr. Intensity. You've probably seen him before.
I think we follow each other.
Yeah, he trains Big Baby Miller. He's the strength and conditioning coach.
Okay.
So he's on the podcast a lot. So we talk about things all the time.
Right.
Melting pot of cultures.
Yeah.
You know, we're all just on this big blue marble,
Yeah.
big blue map, whatever it is.
Table. This
Table.
table.
We're
Yeah.
all on this thing together, man. We guys everyone just got to be able to coexist, just fucks with each other, learn something new from everybody. Just everyone just chill.
And that's the issue, man, because ego always comes into play and it prohibits us from advancing. You know, it forever will. I think that's just the nature of man. But again, just comes back to, love thy neighbor. The simple lessons that we're taught as
That's all you can
kids.
do.
Love thy neighbor, love your family,
Eat good food.
Eat good food.
I knew he was going.
Eat good food and travel, man.
I knew it was
And
coming.
bodybuild. Yeah.
So like coming back full circle on the topic of bodybuilding,
Yeah.
real quick. So you link up with Justin now?
Yeah, man. Justin's my guy.
How long have you and Justin been working together?
Justin and I, we we've been working together since last January. He took me on as a training client. Then that ultimately evolved into Justin. All right, you train me. You know my body. Pause. Pause. Hold on. I gotta watch what I say these days. All right. Anyhow, so I tell him like, listen,
Mics are hot.
right? So that said, yeah, a couple months later, he agreed to coach me, and then we're like, all right, well, let's pick a show. Boom. Then we eyed Tampa, and we were sharp for Tampa. Went in there, we thought we had a win. Keon ultimately got that one, and then week prior, I went to Texas, and I ended up getting my qualifier there. But we've been working together now. What month are we in?
We are
Yeah,
in
so
March. It's
yeah,
about to be April.
about a year and a quarter.
Cool.
So a year and a quarter we've been training together, coach client type relationship, and then he's evolved to be a friend as well.
It's awesome.
So Justin's a good dude, and we're gonna give him hell this year, man.
I love that.
It's gonna be good.
I love that. So now we got the New
Real
York Pro
good.
coming up. How has
Yeah.
prep been so far? Better than other preps? Has it been different? Have you been doing different things?
It's coming on, not doing different things. If anything, I'd be doing less. And that's not less effort, but just, as far as preparations going to the show, uh, we're letting the body do what it wants to do, and it's rewarding me for it. So, with all that said, there's no real change of approach. It's just we're growing in such a different way, such an expedited way that it feels like it's easier, if you may. I don't want to be misconstrued because it's not easy. It's always a struggle, but it feels as if it's coming on easier, and we're just so ready for this one, so locked in for this one that it's a hell of a prep thus far.
And how
So
much longer do we got?
got about we're in week 8 right now, so under 8 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, today's what, Tuesday?
Yes.
Tuesday, so 7 weeks and 4 days.
Cool.
Yeah,
Plenty of time.
yeah, we're gonna nail it.
Yeah.
We're gonna nail it.
That's
It's
awesome.
gonna be a good one. I'm sure there's gonna be tough competition because there's always the international crowd. The Brazilians always come in with, this freak competitor from nowhere. Just this guy looks phenomenal. Every year it happens.
The dude training in the favelas just
Yeah. This dude that, Debo from the favelas, like legit shows up, and he always looks on point. And then you got guys from Europe that always show up, and they're just nasty. But everybody wants to win, but not as much as me.
Yeah, that
You know
hunger,
what I mean?
baby.
Yeah. So,
He's hungry for some beignets,
yeah.
but he's hungrier for some first place trophies.
Zeppelis. Yeah. Honestly, it's really just pancakes for me.
You
But
heard how he corrected it? He said some Zeppelis. See, he knows now. He knows.
yeah, my pinky stays down when I eat. But yeah, so true story. This is probably the best prep that I've had since I started.
Love that.
And I feel rested. I'm charged up, and every workout has been phenomenal. I appreciate every workout that I do because I legit grow daily. It might not be, to the naked eye, but whether it's the recovery, it's getting better. The shape is changing. The conditioning is changing. It's just the presentation gets better. So there's some growth every single day. My confidence is better, and I'm ready for this
Yeah,
one.
you're settling in. You're feeling good.
Yes,
You're
like
feeling yourself in a good way. That's a good fucking place to be, man.
I feel like a bodybuilder. Like it took me some time to accept what I do. Now that I'm here, I really get it. Before I was kind of like reluctant. Now, I kind of got to drink it in because I almost feel like this is my moment, and I'm ready to meet it head on, head on. So bring on the New York Pro. Couple months later, we get this qualifier. We can just grow into that Olympia. It's November this year. We're back in
Yeah,
Orlando.
you got plenty of time.
Yeah. So we're hoping we could do the one and done thing, and if we see an open show that we could, kind of slide into, we'll do that too. But the timing has to be right.
Yeah.
But 212 is my division. I would still love to do open shows and, bounce back and forth. That would be cool.
Is that always a conversation in the back of a lot of 212 guys' heads? Is if I grow more and get bigger, or
I can't speak for them. I know that that's always been my goal.
because I hear a lot of this.
Yeah.
Clarita obviously jumping up.
Sean does it. Yep.
Keon dabbling, not obviously in open, but dabbling between classic and, almost hitting that fine line between divisions and going, well, I could probably do this and let me try this out or something like that.
Yeah. So I never got into this just to be a 212 bodybuilder. I wanted to be a bodybuilder, So 212 was the division that I fit in. However, I was always wanting to be the best bodybuilder. So I know to some, size is king, but when you really get into the intricacies of the sport, it's more than just size.
Yep.
So I wanted to be the best bodybuilder. I knew I wasn't always going to be the biggest guy. It's just like, I don't want that stress on my body, but I could present something that could rival that.
Beautiful and good package. Yeah.
Right. Just be complete, soup to nuts, and I think we're very close to that. I think by now in November, we'll be right on point for that. So, first things first, handle some business at the New York Pro. And yeah, we're charged up, man. 7 weeks. It's going to be good.
I will, without question, obviously be rooting for you. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you fucking kill it for real.
Yeah.
Just go in there, torch the competition, do your damn thing, and climb the ranks, continue to climb up there and make the name.
Fingers crossed.
Because I'm telling you, man, I showed it to my boy Ty. We talk a lot, pretty much, multiple times a day. He's my best friend. And he was asking me who's coming on the podcast today, and I showed him. He's like, "Oh, shoot, buddy, crazy shape." And Ty loves the sport, so he's big in the sport. He loves to be a spectator and a fan as well. So he's like, "Damn, man, he looks phenomenal." I said, "Yeah, dude, he's got crazy size, crazy shape, tight waist. That's the proportions that you want. You don't look blown out in specific areas. Very symmetrical. It's awesome."
Right. Thank you, man. I
no gas, man. Just real. That's it, bro.
That. I'm humbled by that, man. It's always difficult for me to accept compliments because at the end of the day, I don't see myself any different than the guy that goes to the gym every day. Like, I know there's a difference, but, I think we both have equal value. You know what I mean? And so it's always difficult for me to receive those accolades. It's just like, hey, you work hard too. It might not be in appearance as hard as what I do, but I know it's challenging. So we're no different. We're in this together, but, forgive me if I can't accept that. Just take it.
No, there's no need for any of that. Like, seriously, it's weird because I get the same stuff with like people that either tell me how much they love the podcast or they tell me, "Oh, Nick, amazing videos or amazing photos, this and that." I'm just like, "Oh, thank you. I appreciate you." Like, we're just doing our thing. We're we're having fun doing what we're really good at and what we love. And that's what it comes down to. It's like, I don't, the second I get gassed up in my head, it's the second I lose. And I don't ever want that. I've always been very even keeled purposefully for that. I don't want ego involved with anything I do.
Right.
I just said yesterday, well, not yesterday, but I released it yesterday. Last week when I had my buddy Evan on, the dude who owns OG Training Academy.
Right.
We're talking about it, and I just said, listen, man, I could boast about all the people that I work with.
Yeah. You got a list.
I do have a list, and it's good, man. But at the same time, it's like I'm constantly developing that and working with bigger companies and working with other people. And I don't want to just be known by the people that I worked with. That's why, oh, no, that's Nick. Like, he works with everybody. Like, he does his thing. I don't want to just be like, oh, that's Kai's guy or that's Monster's guy or this and that. Like, it's Nick. Like, Nick just works with everybody, and he's just an even keeled dude. He chills. He makes cool content. He's easy to talk to, and that's the part of the podcast and this and that. And we just we have fun doing what we do.
That's it. That way, it's not work.
Exactly.
It's just what we do.
Exactly.
It's just what we do, man. But yeah, man.
Are you training after this?
I gotta go home and eat.
You going home to eat?
I gotta go home and eat and take care of the pups.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the kids.
Yeah, that's my kid. I have a dog too. He's usually here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's usually.
Should've brought him.
I you know what? So it's kind of like, I don't mean to bring the mood down a little bit, but he has epilepsy.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's a little over 3. He's an Akita.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's adorable, man. I love Kenji's my man. He's the picture of me and him on the podcast artwork. Like, that's my dude.
Okay.
But he had a seizure here in October of last year.
I take it you're a Naruto fan?
I am not a Naruto fan.
Oh, okay.
I'm not, but I do like anime.
Yeah.
I do watch Demon Slayer, and I watch a
Okay.
couple of other ones. But I was just he was a Japanese Akita, and I was looking at names, and I said I can't name him Thanos like I wanted to.
Yeah.
I was like, so I was looking up Japanese names, and I saw Kenji, and I said, yeah, Kenji's kind of fire. I said I like Kenji, and it means
Nice name.
strong, resilient second son. So I said done.
Nice.
So yeah, he used to be here for every podcast, but since he's had that, I just don't want to risk him having an episode.
Right.
Ever since he had the episode here in October, he's a little weary here. He doesn't really like to be here long. And I also think the room's too small for him. I used to have a bed for him over there. And now it's filled with gear.
Right.
So once I get a bigger space, I'll start bringing him again.
Right.
But for the time being, I just don't want to have to make him feel cramped and get anxiety.
Yeah, get triggered.
Because I don't know if the epilepsy is anxiety driven. I don't know if it's environmentally driven.
Right.
They don't really know. They just go, oh yeah, he's got idiopathic seizures. It is what it is. And you're like, okay, that doesn't sound right, but sure, I guess. Like his dad had a few episodes, so I guess it is hereditary, but I mean, I don't know. So I definitely understand when you say the babies and whatnot. That's my guy.
Bentley's my guy. Leia's my girl. Yeah, they make life so much more fun.
Oh yeah,
they really do.
Stressful for me with him, but fun at the same time.
100%.
He brings the stress and the fun, the dopamine at the same time.
Absolutely.
Cortisol and dopamine, they just fighting each other when he's around me.
Dude, that I should have named my dogs Cortisol and Dopamine because honestly, I swear you bring Bentley out and you're like, oh my God, who's he gonna try and go after today?
Oh, he's a little reactive?
He's only around his P spot. If you're around his P spot, it's beef.
All right, put a sign up so we know. Nobody go near Bentley's P spot, all right? You don't want the smoke. Stay away from the P spot.
Dude, I tell you. And he sits at the kitchen window and he'll just watch. So I call him the neighborhood watchman.
Yeah.
But his sister is the only person that he won't go crazy about peeing in his P spot. So anyhow, that said, he's good. He would never bite a person. He just gets very vocal.
Yeah.
They're giant mushes. They're pit bulls, but they are giant mushes. They are legit cuddle buddies, and that's all they want to do.
Isn't that sad that you had to say that, though?
Yeah. Well, they get a bad rap.
Same thing with Akitas.
Akitas do.
But yeah, you said it's that language that we integrate into it. Because I say the same thing. People go, "Oh, what is he?" I go, "Oh, he's a Japanese Akita. He's a good boy." Like you have to almost like reassure people. It's sad. It's sad that you have to do that.
Meanwhile, this person's got their Chihuahua, and you're like, "Get that thing away from me." If you know dogs, you're like, yo, keep that thing over there.
Yeah, fuck that thing. I'm good on that. You could keep that thing over there.
100%, man. Like, listen, give me a big dog over a little dog any day. Although, God rest her soul, my girl Zoe, the best dog ever. Zoe was a Japanese chin, and honestly, never needed a leash a day in her life. She was just the biggest mush ever. And the best guard dog. She would bark at the wind before it got to the door. You know what I mean? She was that good. But yeah, we lost her a year and a half ago.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
It's still tough.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's still tough. That's what I say with Kenji, man.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of dogs that live very long lives with epilepsy.
Yeah.
But listen, I mean, if I have a year left with him, if I have 15 years left with him, I don't know. But I just got to sit tight. I got to enjoy the time with him. He's amazing. Yeah. I don't have any tattoos, but I was thinking of actually getting, so there's this dude, Poe. I'll show you his work when we cut this. But there's this dude, Poe, who is a very good tattoo artist. He was on the podcast. Crazy dude.
Yeah.
He was on the podcast a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And he was talking about coming from China and how he developed his skills over there and coming over here.
Right.
Really cool dude. But he's like booked the fuck up. Crazy booked. Yeah. But I do some videos with him.
Okay.
So like
you got an in.
Yeah. So he's like, yo, if you ever want ink, I got you. Like, just let me know, this and that. So I think I might do Kenji on the inside of my arm and then a samurai on the outside. I'll show you the design that we have.
Okay.
Pretty badass.
Yeah.
That'd be the only one and done. Elbow to wrist. That's it. The only
That's how it starts.
Nope. I'm telling you.
All right.
31 years of never having a tattoo. I'm so.
Give it time. give it time. Listen, it starts out that way.
That's what everyone says.
It starts out that way. It's so innocent because it's like, all right, well, boom, I got this design laid out. I'm gonna get this, then I'm done. Then you get it done, and then it's like, oh God, it's like this itchy, like this angst, and you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe I just get a small one.
Yep.
And you're like, what can you do with this? And then your guy usually comes back with a piece that could cover your whole arm.
So my boy, that's my boy Tyler. That's Poe who did his arm.
All right, that's fire.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That was like fresh out right when he finished.
That's fire. Yeah. So he does some good stuff.
Crazy work.
Yeah. You got to see my boy's arm. He's got all the Star Wars villains.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, all the Star Wars villains. So he's got like Count Dooku, he's
Vader.
got Vader, he's got Darth Maul.
Is it Poe?
Yeah.
I'll show you Poe real quick. Here. Yeah, he's
Oh wow.
no, he's wild.
Wow.
Wild with it.
Yeah, that almost looks 3D.
Yeah. I gotta show you the one with all the with all of the Greek statues. I'll show you that one right now. Listen, in terms of getting you home to eat.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah, I want you to be able to eat. You got to stay on track. So if you can, plug yourself on. Pause. Plug yourself. plug yourself on and let everybody know how they can follow the journey. You doing the New York Pro, kicking ass, doing your thing, and we will wrap this up.
All right, guys. So you can follow me on YouTube, Kerrith Bajjo 894, or you could just search my name. But definitely subscribe, definitely like. You could find me on Instagram, Kerrith_Bajjo.
And that's BAJJO?
Yes, KERRITH_BAJJO.
Cool.
You can find me on Facebook. I don't really use it, but you can find me there. And definitely make sure you check out Redcon.
Facts. The homies at Redcon.
Yeah, homies at Redcon. Definitely want to get some MREs. You want to get your Total War, your Big Noise, all that stuff. Make sure you use promo code APEX20. Pro-Tan for my competitors, or if you're just getting summer ready, Apex 10. Definitely use that. Gym Pin, my guys at Gym Pin, all the best accessories for your workouts. You want to use code APEX26 there, and definitely save you on some Buckeye brownies. KBB10, make sure you get some of those. Those are sensational. So, with all that said, guys, thank you. And Nick, thank you for having me on. You know, we got to eat.
Yeah, man, you got to eat. Listen,
we got the New York Pro coming up.
You got to demolish the competition at the New York Pro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you
weeks.
taking the time to sit down, chop it up.
Absolutely.
Busy schedule, doing your thing.
Absolutely,
and I hope you had a lot of fun. We learned a lot about you. I mean, I would never thought the bobsledding and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't see that in me.
It's amazing, man.
Know? But it's been a fun journey, and it's going to continue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're just getting warmed up.
This year is going to be the year. Make sure you guys check for me. New York Pro. I've gotten 8th. I've gotten 3rd. The only way to go is up, man. So we got to get number 1 this time around. So it's number 1 or bust.
I have no doubt you're going to bring the heat.
Yeah, we're bringing the heat. So, you know, my guys that are competing, I love you. But, yeah, who's getting 2nd? I'm sorry.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, it's time. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to own this one. Yeah.
Yo, I love it, dude. On that note, I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Episode 49 with my man Kerrith. Enjoy your day.
Or not.
Peace.
All right, guys.